Hey y'all, I'm Vi, and this is Vi Plays Create. This is a compilation of my first 5 episodes of the series, released in one full-length movie. I think I'm going to start doing this every 5 episodes, so that if you guys want to watch this in the background while you're working, while you're working out, while you're sleeping, whatever, it's here for you. In my many different playthroughs of the Create mod, I've become a little annoyed with the ever-expanding number of add-ons, and so in this series, I wanted to at least start with just the Create mod. And since these videos have run a little bit longer than your average, please enjoy episodes 1 through 5, or the first 250 days-ish of Vi Plays Create. Welcome back. I'm Vi, and we're playing some Create mod because I can't sit by. I can't sit by and watch anymore as people create content around Create mod, and I have just been sitting to the side and struggling. And yeah, we're starting up a new world. I have added a few extra mods. I talked about how previously I was going to do a Create mod video, and I did produce most of that video. I have completely scrapped that video. Completely scrapped. Also, hold on. Apologies. I didn't add a zoom mod. I didn't, hold on. Oh, yes, shaders. Shaders are very important. But yes, I completely scrapped that world. I scrapped that entire video, and now we're playing Minecraft. I've also added Distant Horizons because I've seen that the changes they've been making. It's kind of in beta now, which is so exciting. Yeah, I'm so happy with the stuff that's happening in the modded Minecraft community. I've also added Terralith, which is why these trees are so tall, I think. But yeah, I've started an entirely new world. Is that frustrating? Yes. Yes, very much so. But I'll be okay. I just want to play with new Create mod, and something else I did in the last video that I don't want to do is I added sophisticated backpacks. I decided not to add sophisticated backpacks to this one because, I mean, kind of the whole reason I started making videos on YouTube was whenever I was playing Create Astral, and I designed a system that would allow me to kind of have a backpack. I call it a go-kart, and I realized that having sophisticated backpacks kind of removes that functionality of the game for me. And so what I want to do is I want to do a completely fresh start. No sophisticated backpacks, no other mods. It's just the Create mod, and I want to see how far I can kind of push that. But I'm gonna race through the early game here, and then we're gonna get some stuff done. I want to go live on a mountain somewhere. Oh, I love modded Minecraft. Oh my god, andesite. Finally. It must just generate in patches, which means I think I need to remove the terrain gen mod. Oh no, is this run dead? If I remove that mod and then swap it to something else, is this run dead? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Unless I can edit the config, but like I've already generated so much of the world. Did I just waste all of this time? Frick, dude, this sucks. Seven times. 7 times. I've already started this video 7 times. right, diamonds. Diamonds have been acquired, although I do see a couple more across the lake here. I have lit another portal, and I want to hop straight in because I want to get a little bit away from spawn. I've been looking around a little bit. It's mostly just ocean and like a little bit of birch forest, and I want mountains. So we're going to go however many blocks we want to go in the nether. We're going to put down another portal, and we will find some mountains, hopefully. Generally, I don't already have a press on me at this point, but I might as well go ahead and press some iron and make myself some blaze burners. If I find a fortress, then I can just grab a couple. We'll just be set up and ready to go. And you know what else? I might as well go ahead and grab some stuff that I can use to haunt. And I'm not going to say no to free bone meal. Idiots spotted. All right, I need you guys to get in a hole. Like a 1x1. Yep, in the hole. And now, while toolboxes aren't the most efficient use of your inventory space, I'm going to probably keep making them because it's 5 inventory slots or 7 or however many, don't care, for 1. So, I'm going to use this as much as I can. And while this might be a little bit exploity, I did use my map mod to find a fortress because it's so much easier. And yeah, I know I'm in full diamond armor with a little bit of enchantments on it. Like, I know that I probably don't have to be this safe, but I've played too much hardcore to not be at least a little bit cautious. We have a sentient fireplace! Duolingo might be dead, but I'm still keeping up with my Spanish practice. Numero dos. Now you, sir, you can give me your limbs. Or not. I hear a blaze spawner. Okay, that was close. Oh my god, is this a dual blaze spawner? What the heck? Alright. I think I have enough. Oh my god, diamonds? Alright, whatever. I think I have enough blaze rods, and I've got my blaze burners, so I think I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here. We got to find a base location still, and I've already got blaze stuff. I feel like I'm doing this all out of order. Although I won't say no to more chests. Ooh, obsidian. And more chest plates. Great.
Nope.
First try. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Hey. Rude. And you know what? Might as well just make another portal here. I have more than enough obsidian. I made sure before I came to the nether. I'm just going to make the portal here, and then we'll see what the other side of the portal looks like. If I can find my obsidian sometime this year. Jeez. Oh, I never made a flint and steel. Oh, I lit the other portal with planks and lava. Dang it. Okay, I am so sick of being disorganized. I'm gonna dye one of these toolboxes. I know I have... Grab a little bit of bone meal, turn that to dye, make one of these white. And I don't know which one this is. Oh, look, the portal lit. Nice. Oh my god, we're on the surface. I mean, that's cool. We've moved 1,100 blocks. Okay, kind of a mountain. A frozen ocean. All right, let's get to the top of this hill. Okay, this is not a bad spot for biomes. There's dark oak forest in the distance. There's spruce right here. There's a forest we just came across. Oh, yeah, baby. That's a mountain right there. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that view. Look at the view. Also, cows. I think we found the spot. Between these two mountains, I think is the perfect location, and I'm really, really happy with this area. I think I'd prefer to be a little bit higher up on the mountain, but I think that this forest kind of only extends up. Well, actually, hold on. Hold on, I'm doing my spiel like way before I picked a spot. My bad. Seriously? Okay, well, oh my god. Yeah, this is the spot right here. This is where I'm going to base. I think I want to be right about here. I want to have like a super awesome view. I want to have a nice backdrop of a mountain right there. And, well, that opens up a few things. Okay, first things first. I am so sick of my inventory being full. And second thing second, I want to go secure all the villagers and make sure that they are safe. Make sure they are safe. What? Make sure that? What did I say make sure that for? Make sure that they are... I've said it too many times. It's lost all of its meaning. Please have a farm. I mean, how many times do you run into a plain village that doesn't have a farm? Yeah, potatoes. I'll take it. Free cauldrons, don't mind if I do. That is so much iron that I don't have to waste. Excuse me, Mr. Golem, I need your limbs. Limbs? I don't know. I need your drops, sir. Perfect. Blaze burner, let's go. And let's see what crops we got here. It's beetroot and all the potatoes. Oh, there's carrots. We got carrots. I'll briefly stop for an Enderman. Give me your balls, sir. Where the heck did that guy come from? All right, we're going to pillar up here, and I want you to take a look. Look at all these trees. You see all these trees? There's too many trees. We need less trees, and we need more building. We're going to do what any good capitalist will do. We're going to decimate the environment for my own personal gain. Also, that is one of my favorite little tricks that you can do to get more than one water source. If you only have one water bucket, all you got to do is bone meal a flowing water source. It'll just make a new one because seagrass is a thing. I don't know why all these skyblock YouTubers have no idea what they're doing, but it always bothered me. And this has got to be one of my favorite things about early game create mod. I just love splicing together a bunch of trees and chopping them all down at the same time with the saw. Probably one of the coolest parts of the mod. And it is finally time to put down some create mod components. I have a plan in mind for what I want to do with the building, but that's going to have to wait until we get some serious materials gathered. And in order to make that material gathering a little bit easier on me, I'm going to need some create stuff. Even in my earliest contraptions, I always add a gear ratio. It just makes my life easier. Now this feature's been around for a while, but I go ahead and double up my usage of a large water wheel, and then I add a small water wheel next to them because the small water wheel actually rotates faster and it speeds the entirety of the contraption up. You get the larger number of stress units from the large water wheels, but you get a slight bump in speed from the small water wheel. Now in my quest to get green dye to make slime, I decided to go ahead and grind down some rose bushes because they have a 5% chance of producing a green dye. Okay, yeah, 5% is not enough. Ferns. I can do ferns. Ooh, you know what? I should grab some clay while I'm down here. I do plan to build with bricks. Ooh, it is dark. I should probably light this place up. Now that's the amount of green dye that we need. No cactus required. Alright, we got the lime dye, we have the wheat flour we need, and if I stand right next to my infinite water source, I can just kind of spam this crafting recipe. And now we can finally craft our super glue. And with it, I want to get a cart assembler. Oh my god. I just crafted 14 of those. Whoops. And it hurts a little bit to use this much iron at this stage in the game, but I'm going to go ahead and make some rails. Because I want to go ahead and make my go-kart. And we officially have our storage room back. Now there's quite a few improvements that I would like to make to this. I'm pretty sure there's a way for me to like set up like a stock guy and like have him like send me my items. This was always meant to be like an early game solution. Oh my god, I just realized I forgot. One of the most important components, our minecart contraption. In my previous Create Astral series, I always called this my go-kart just because it's my storage room that I always had while I was on the go. And so whenever I pick it up, I didn't actually super glue that. I'm dumb. And whenever I pick it up, it lifts the whole thing. I pick it up, and then I have my storage room with me whenever I want to go somewhere. And I'm pretty sure it's not possible. I don't think I can access that. Yeah, I can't access any of those. But I can access all of these double chests, which means that technically, I don't have to bring the lever and that guy with me anymore unless I plan to actually stop and craft new items. Now that I officially have my contraption up and running, I kind of want to go ahead and get my starter base sorted out. So let's do a little bit of a material gathering montage, shall we? And by material gathering montage, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go way far away to get all the wood types that I need. Yikes. Your boy doesn't have a sleeping bag mod or gravestone mod, so I'd much rather store my very important, very full storage room inside my ender chest. So I washed down some magma into some obsidian, and I rolled some villagers for a silk touch book. What is a shipwreck doing this far on land? Kinda cursed, not gonna lie. Moss! Actually, that's huge. Oh my god. The functionality of this go-kart when on the go is actually insanely good. I can even stay pretty organized by separating things into different chests. It's essentially just a massive shulker box. Azalea. I mean, I did already get moss, but azalea tree. Oh my god, a desert. I'm blind. I thought this was a beach. That's the smallest desert ever. Why is it so small? Okay, now it's a little bit bigger, I guess. Oh my god, wait. Desert temple. Saddle. Finally. It's kind of a pitiful amount of gunpowder. Oh my god, a well. Oh my god, coral reef. And I have a silk touch pick. This is amazing. I mean, not that I need TNT duplication. This isn't vanilla. Pickles. Actually, wait. Duh. Pickles. Lime dye. Slime. As we headed back to base, we marveled at the sights of the terrain generation and made a new friend on the way. This horse needs a name. If you want to go ahead and name it, leave it in the comments. Okay, now I want to get started on a workshop. Unfortunately, the area is not as large or as flat as I need it to be. I'm trying to converse with my audience here. Jeez. Oh, you know what? I've already got blaze burners. I can go straight to brass. I can just go straight to crushing wheels. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might be able to do something here. I do have some iron, but definitely not enough to build the workshop that I have in mind. That's okay. We will do a mine instead. Slight pivot on the subject of today's video. It'll be fine. I'm already up to 16 brass. It's just a lot of andesite alloy, but what do these cost? I need like, what, 7 of those? Dude, that's doable. I mean, that was done fast. I mean, that was incredibly easy. I forgot how easy that was in normal create mod. And then this can go over into a barrel. I'm realizing the flaw in my design. Oh my god, it's working. Very slowly, but it's working. This is a little excruciating. I need to go sleep. Hurry. Hurry. The sun's behind the hill. Yes. Shkadoodle. Okay, I get it. You did it. Oh my god. That took ages. I'm going to do a shaft there, and then from here I'm going to go gearbox, shaft, gearbox, and that should all be rotating the correct direction, and it is crushing. It's not fast, but we will get better output out of our ores. I believe if I crush iron ore, I should get, one... It's like using fortune, essentially, I think. But yeah, I think I should be able to do that with the zinc and the iron, and then I think I can wash them to get a little extra byproduct out of it. It's just going to take 6 million years to do that, so I'm going to let that do its thing. Dude, I think you're a creeper. Every time you come walking up all, shh. Yeah, I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna axe you in the face at some point. And it's not my fault. Oh my god. For 15 levels and 3 lapis, I can have another silk touch pickaxe. Potentially a better one. Dude. Let's go. That is huge. All right, and I can also kind of designate an area for a mine. I think I kind of want it to be up a little higher on the hill here, kind of between the actual village and me, which means I think I got to do a little bit more land clearing, which is not ideal, but, you know, it could be worse. Actually, I kind of want to see what the other pickaxe enchant would be. Unbreaking 2? Potential to combine them for an Unbreaking 3? I won't scoff at that. Bro, that's the perfect... It's exactly what I need. Yeah, baby. My brain is pretty much all over the place at this point, but essentially I want to create a mine so we can get materials so that we can build the starter base. I don't think I'm going to get to the starter base in this episode, but we can go ahead and start on the mine. I want to make the mine a mine elevator, and I want to frame it in spruce. So we grew up some trees and chopped it down with our fancy saw. Popping into a bit of a time lapse here, you can see kind of how I went through a few different iterations of how I wanted this to look. I built this entirely in survival. I didn't plan this one in creative this time, so I just kind of went off the dome what I wanted this to look like. I did have a reference image of what a mine elevator might look like, but we ran into some issues. I'm officially completely out of iron. I can no longer continue. Okay. Next thing on our list is going to be some iron, because I have no iron. I was going to make some drills and drill down into the earth with our new mining thing over there, but I've completely run out of iron and I can't even finish the thing. I have to dig straight down to place the redstone contact anyway, so I might as well dig straight down and then start a strip mine. I'll grab a little bit of iron down there, and then maybe I can finish off the elevator. Our first redstone contact is going to go right here, just one below normal level of the ground. But for now, that's where the redstone contact is going to sit. And then I'm just going to dig straight down from here. Wish me luck. All right, now I've mined down all the way to Y15, which is apparently, according to Google, the best Y level for iron. So I think this is probably where I'll end up putting the first redstone contact. But for now, I think I would want to just go ahead and send it. I'm going to run a strip mine over, and we're going to hope that we grab a bunch of iron pretty quickly. I'll place this stone brick here as a placeholder block for where we want the redstone contact to be later on. All right, there's a chance that that actually might already be enough. And I swear I'm not just being lazy. I think with the crushing wheels, there's a good chance that I might actually have enough iron. $35 ingots. Nice. So this contraption is going to work the same way that you would use rope pulleys in the past. The only real difference is that I have to place the redstone contact, and the elevator will descend to the level that the redstone contact is at. A rope pulley would just go infinitely until you turned it off. This way, I'm just killing 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, that is the basics of the contraption done. I just have to add some redstone controls to it, and then obviously a roof, something for this to attach to. And part of me wants to just add another layer to the outside so that it's a 5x5. I don't actually need this drill because it's going to remove the redstone contact, and I've already dug straight down in that place anyway. I like the weathered iron so much, I'm kind of wondering if I'm ever going to use the other stuff again. I mean, I will. I definitely will. I'm going to be building in modern style, but it does make it a bit difficult. What do y'all think? I don't know. I like it. And I don't want to change these into anything solid. I know I did in a couple of them, but like just on the top really is what I wanted to do. So what we need to do now is just super glue this whole thing together. And then I can go across. I try not to super glue any empty spaces. And I think that is everything. I mean, there's one way to know. Okay, I am officially moving with purpose. You guys are gonna get deaded. Actually, I kind of need the leather. Sorry. Haha. Get absolutely wrecked, you loser. Teamwork. Teamwork. Is it an enchanted bow? Power 1, let's go. It's like 8 uses. Okay. I think that looks good. All right, let's go to 1. Should I waste some bone meal on you, sir? Please? Thank goodness. Hello. What would you like your name to be? Don't run away from me. Stay over here. Come back this way. You can guard the mine. And we're at the right level, which is nice. We want to do some railings. I'm just going to go ahead and send this guy all the way down to the bottom of the world. Alright, and if I want to bring him back up, all I got to do is smack that button. If I can get some more iron, then I can make like an actual tunnel board. Oh, okay. Do I still have that? Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Okay. Okay, that was interesting. Anywho. Alright, does it stop moving? Looks like it stopped moving to me. Ooh, and it's quick too. Yes! Yes! No. Alright, I also want to put another redstone contact at the very bottom of the world. Alright, let's take a trip down really quick. I just want to see where it puts us. I don't know. Am I doing this out of order? I feel like other people usually like do other stuff first, like make a house. But like for the materials that I want, like I'm not trying to like go and manually mine like 25 stacks of clay. All right. So now I can go ahead and remove this. Down we go. Oh, it's a deep dark. We're good. We are quickly going to say goodbye to this fine gentleman over here, though. I got pretty quickly distracted by mining some of the ores that are exposed in the cave walls, but I found this. And this. Oh. Well, that's convenient. Another saddle, nice. Gold, I mean, I'm not mad at that. I do already have the melons, but cat, it's kind of cool. Okay, I cannot have this turn into another caving session. More diamonds? What the heck, dude? Bro, I'm leaving here with so many diamonds. There's the hole. Oh my god. Actually, at bedrock? Like, what? How many diamonds did I just run into? Actually insane. Okay, Y59. Let's go up to 60. And then I think I put this here. Bruh. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. What? Okay. Okay, evidently this did not connect up, so I do have to wait. Oh, it's on the wrong one. That's why. There we go. Boom. Now, all I gotta do is get a button. I think that'll work, right? I have no idea if it's working. Oh, it's moving. We can see it moving. Let's freaking go. That's so cool. XP. Any darkness effect? If you watched my first episode of the SMP, you'll know that this sound physics mod, it can kind of bite you in the butt. Oh, okay. It can kind of bite you in the butt because the sound does not move through walls. So if something like this goes off and it's on the other side of a wall, I would never know. I mean, obviously you get the darkness effect, so you kind of know, but, well, needless to say, it nearly killed us. How much further do we think it has? Oh, it's done. It's here. Oh, the thing doesn't render. That's okay. That's okay. I definitely want to do another redstone contact right here at this level, because I think cave access would be kind of nice. But look, there's a big patch of crimsite. Isn't that iron? Can I grind that and get iron? To the surface, please. Okay, let's throw all of the things that we just silk touched into here, starting with the iron. Iron is most important, then the diamonds, and then all the rest of the stuff. Oh my god, and you know what I almost forgot? We got a skeleton spawner. That is so sick. Ooh, also, lava. We can start duping lava. I should have some cauldrons around here. Yes, I do. And then maybe some industrial iron to dupe it with. Ooh, I can make copper trap doors now. That is so much cobblestone, dude. I love that. Look at all these building blocks. I can actually build a starter base without having to go mining. Alright, and then we can go ahead and send all of this stuff through the crushing wheels. We can check up on the stuff that's already over there. Dude, that's a good amount of XP. 45! 45 diamonds! That's a lot of diamonds. That is a dive that I would not survive. That rhymed and I didn't mean for it to. Alright, so I think I can go ahead and reassemble this now. Just being extra careful. Okay, that looks good. I can go ahead and place these back. Oh, okay. I ran out. Time to go get some iron. Definitely should get another door here, though. And I think, actually... And I need to invert that. It's like the most low-tech redstone you've ever seen. Okay. That does open the door briefly, but I think I'm okay with that. It's kind of the best I can do with what I got kind of thing. So when it arrives, it'll open the door. Ooh, I need to switch this. See? That works nicely. I like that. I like that. That's cool. Now, I like this frame here. Dang, I really wish I had that in a stair form. It would look so much better. What I think I want to do is I want to have some sort of bracing that goes across like that and then comes down, but I only want this on the one side. I want to... Oh, my shovel is dead. I think that is the last of my coarse dirt already. It's okay. Technically, I can make myself some more gravel. Do I want to do that, or do we want to do something else here? I think I'd prefer to do, like... Ooh, not with that in the offhand. Just something that looks like it braces the bottom. And I kind of like this X cross shape thing, because it matches this a little bit. Oh, there goes the shovel. It's okay, I went and got 45 diamonds in only a few minutes. I will survive. Let's go give it a quick enchant. Efficiency 2. Only levels 14. I have 23. Who cares? I'll just re-enchant it later whenever I have more levels. Oh, I kind of like that. With the deep slate? Yeah, I think that looks kind of nice. We've given it a little bit of interest on the ground, and maybe bring it a little bit further this way. And then obviously it's going to taper off and then head toward our build that way, where our workshop's going to be. You can scoot that way just a little bit. And then I'll lead that taper in this way. Looks better. I think this is a little bit straight. And I do want to have a couple of these dotted around as well. Ooh, you know what else we grabbed? Dead bushes. I think that would be actually even better. Yeah. Yeah, that's way better. Oh, yeah, that's looking nice. Okay, now we just got to work on the top. But what if we had this taper slightly to the left? Like, not as drastic as this. I think even taller. Or do we just go to 45? Wait. Do I have access to iron now? 16. What does it cost to make a chute? Lots of iron. Okay, technically, this should be more than enough chutes because it's only 7 across. I think it should work. Okay, that does, in fact, kind of work. At least the distance. I don't know if it looks good. We gotta see if it looks good first. And the reveal. I don't hate it. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Yeah, I think I'm on board. And after only a bit more finagling, this is the result. And we have accomplished a monumental amount of tasks in today's episode. We found our new base location, we've collected tons of different saplings, and we've built our mine entrance. Unfortunately, that is going to have to do it for this episode because I have run way over on my video time. But I appreciate you so much for watching. If you like the video, like it. And if you want to subscribe, do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Also, leave a name. Leave a name in the comments for this guy down here. He needs a name. Okay, goodbye for real this time. Last time on Vi Plays Create, we speedran starter gear and used the Nether to traverse a good distance from spawn in order to find a beautiful mountain to live on. Oh yeah, baby. Once we decimated the local environment, we set up a temporary lawn base so we could throw together our first iteration of my patented mobile storage room. Or go-kart, if you're fancy. We then used the go-kart to traverse the world, finding all the sapling types, making new friends, and pinching a bit of goodies along the way. After realizing that we were in dire need of iron in order to get started on a starter base, we built a structure that dug a mineshaft elevator down to the bottom of the world, which is where we pick up. Hey y'all, I'm Vi, and welcome back to Vi Plays Create, and I'm still in dire need of iron. Also, look at how cute that doggo is. Nobody named him in the last episode. Get in the comments, name the dog, dang it. It's how I know you're not watching till the end, because I put it at the end of the video. For this betrayal, I deserve a subscribe, or a like, or, I mean, like, whatever you want to do, it's fine. Guilt tripping the viewership aside, that iron supply is not going to fill itself. Now let's get boring. Not like the unfun to watch, I mean, like a tunnel bore. But Vi, what if they don't know what a tunnel bore is? Oh, weird voiceover Vi. I thought I left you in the last series. I didn't realize you were tagging along. I mean, I can go over a tunnel bore really quick. That's fine. A tunnel bore is usually made up of 4 components. The method of transit, the cart itself, which is either powered by a furnace minecart or a normal minecart on powered rails, the structure that houses the drills, and storage. And all of this is held together by superglue, generally speaking. Except I'm lying, it's not 4 components, it's actually 5. The 5th component is the create mod deployer, and this piece is actually pretty crucial, because after the drills break the blocks and the minecarts move the contraption forward, there needs to be rail placed in front of it. Who's gonna place the rail? It ain't me, because I'm not digging a too tall tunnel at bedrock, just to follow it up with a big drill that's gonna make the hole a little bit bigger. Yeah, you just face the deployer face down, and then assign it a filter of a rail, powered or otherwise. This would allow the tunnel bore to kind of move indefinitely, or at least until the furnace minecart runs out of steam. In other slightly more advanced versions, you'll actually be placing redstone torches or redstone blocks beside power rails, which means that it would move perpetually pretty much forever. Additionally, you can also kind of supplement the fact that sometimes there's not blocks below with another deployer facing downward. And I've just realized I put these on the wrong height. Hold on. Sometimes you can supplement that with another deployer facing downward, placing something like cobblestone or cobbled deep slate that you're picking up whenever the drill moves forward. But enough about tunnel bores, let's get back to the video. Alright, now I went ahead and made myself a ton of torches so that we don't have to worry about mobs attacking us the whole time, and boom. I think we're good to go, dude. Get away from me, sir. Okay, down we go. Bum, bum, bum. Come on, Vi, you probably could have added that in post. But now you have to include the vocals. The little cascading light thing is just awesome. Oh, yeah. Here we... Oh. Kind of forgot about this part. Yikes. Is this gonna work? That seems like a no already. Oh yeah, probably because there's stuff in the way. Alright, now that seems like it's working. Oh my god, it's so fast in the stone layers. I only ever mine in deep slate anymore. I kind of forgot what it's like. Oh no. I mean, it's fine, right? It's fine. Okay, so this cave is absolutely massive, and apparently there are skeletons on my butt. Ow. Okay. I'm alive still. I do see a lot of iron. Okay. And gold. Wow, this tunnel is very long. I haven't even checked the tunnel bore yet, and I already have so much iron on me. This is great. After arriving back up at the surface, we deposited all of the ores into our crushing wheels, and boy did we get a lot of goodies. We also got a fairly decent amount of dripstone, and I decided to go ahead and throw together a little bit of a temporary pointed dripstone farm. Now that we're getting so many outputs from our crushing wheels, we gotta expand the storage. 34 blocks of redstone. Craziness. Go ahead and install these. I gotta remember those. I have a bad habit of throwing a bunch of items into a washing thing and then like forgetting them and then they despawn. Is that... Are they done? Ooh, they seem done. Okay, that is not a small amount of resources, and it's not even close to done yet. Like, it's still going to be crushing for a good long while. And now that we had our ores in place, I wanted to go ahead and get together some better enchants on the gear. It's just kind of my instinct. I always end up kind of gravitating toward the enchanting process, even if I'm playing modded Minecraft. Level 19. Not quite there yet, am I? Oh my god, wait, we have cardboard now. What can I make cardboard from? I can mash pulp, and pulp is saplings and water. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, who knew I didn't have to murder all those cows? Well, I need a ton of saplings. Luckily, I did an insane tree chopping montage in the last episode. So the methodology here is pretty simple. All you have to do is run a pump into some infinite water sources, and then run the pipe over to the basin. I need one more. Level 30. Recovery 2. Wow. I am also not level 30, so I don't think it's that big of a deal, but... 24. Fortune 2. Wait, does that mean a pickaxe would also be Fortune 2? Ooh. I mean, I got the crushing wheels. It's not like super important, but it would be nice. Nice. Oh wait, I can be level 30. I kind of forgot. 30. Okay. Enchant the... Hello? Efficiency 4 again. Okay, that was the worst enchant in the world. Decent axe. Protection 3. Knockback, of course. Helmet, blast protection, unbreaking, fire protection, protection. Does the sword say Bane? Freaking Bane. Ooh, feather falling for 10? What the hell? Sure, I'll take that. Jeez. Prot 2. Prot 2. I mean, just upgrades all around. Didn't I already make an anvil? Oh, I did. Oh, I almost made a huge mistake. Nice. Brought 3 all around except for the boots, but the boots didn't give me a bunch of other stuff that I'm not mad at. Nice. I forgot the cardboard exists. I mean, the cardboard armor. Oh my god. Do I have to be wearing the full kit in order to do the sneak thing? I definitely do. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, it's incredible. You just bounce along. And you get the overlay. This is the cutest thing ever. All right. So what I think we do now is I think we clear a little bit of space for a workshop and we go ahead and get started. I want it to kind of be like right here. I did put this a little bit close to where I think this would sit best. But instead of like clearing too much of the land, I think I want to build this up out here. So maybe instead I go grab a bunch of dirt with this guy and then we build up the area. I think I like that idea. Now, these plains biomes look absolutely lovely, so I really don't want to tear up too much of them. But what I think I could do is I think I could dig down about 6 blocks, and if I'm just underneath the surface, I hopefully won't disturb the top. Maybe like right here, actually. Am I below the surface? Looks like it. Cool. Hopefully I'm not destroying the terrain. I'm not seeing daylight, so that's good. I think that might be enough, but let's go ahead and get started. Just look at that plains biome, dude. The smooth lines. God, what a terrain mod. Get wrecked. Don't shoot my horse. I think I could do a little bit of earth contact in the back. Okay, I gotta speed this up. No way it's gonna allow me to go that fast, right? That would be crazy. Okay, I mean, it's the wrong direction, but that's an easy fix. That should be decently fast now, hopefully. We've also built up a decent amount of this sand, and I want to go ahead and wash this into clay balls, because I know I want to be using bricks for the actual structure. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to move this lava setup. Oh no, my sand. Frick! I keep doing that! And now I have no sand. Great. Wow, that is a depressing amount of clay. Alright, I think I have to go get tuff now because I just do not have the tuff that I thought I did. I mean, I did go ahead and empty out this guy right here, except for the little tuff that I had. And I'm just going to take this down to the bottom of the world while that stuff processes. To the bottom of the world. So, tunnel borer is stuck downstairs. I've got other card assemblers I could bring down there and pick it up really quick, but I mean, I've got a bunch of tuff and I want to go ahead and start laying out the foundation, so I'll leave that till later. I did pick up this guy, however. Check this out. Power 2, power 2, power 3. Look at me. I got a fancy power 3 bow. I also picked up a casual 25 diamonds. What the heck? I'm going to go ahead and give this a few variations. Where's my stone cutter? Oh yeah, it's in my go-kart. And I'm just going to start laying out the foundation that I want for the factory. Is that a decent size? How many was that? 21 is good. 18, 19. 19 to the interior is what I want. So it's going to go back one more, actually. Oh, what a good looking block. Like, look at that block. That's a great block right there. Wow. Now let's smelt up some glass. Craft some trapdoors. And make some frame trapdoors. Wait, there's framed glass panes now? Since when? Bonkers. This area of the workshop is actually going to be set down a little bit because I want this to be lower to the ground. But I need a 3 wide hole in the ground right here. Oh my god, I need a better shovel. You already know what's going right here. Bunch of water wheels. Yeah, let's just expand it. Can I pick these up? Oh, yeah, I can. Because I do want to be able to walk between this. I want there to be like an entrance door right here, and I want to be able to walk in and around these if I need to. I think that works. And then on this far end over here, we want to have a small one. Now, I'm just going to take the bottom of this, frame it in a little bit like that. Throw that right there. That speeds up everything. Perfect. That is going to be our power source. Now the rest of this area, I think I want to actually raise up a block at least. I don't know if I have enough tuff actually. I thought I definitely did, and now I'm not so not so sure. I think what I can do is I can go ahead and fill this in with deep slate, actually. Oh, right. I forgot this needs to be smelted. Ow, ow. All right, and then I think I want to have the step up be right here. Nice. And I think I might even go back in here and swap out all of these. Wait. What? Exactly the amount of tuff I needed. Wait, what the heck? Like, I had 2 extra. I mean, technically there's tuff underneath there. That's crazy, dude. But yeah, I think that's a decent shape. What I want to do here is I want to have like a separate sort of building on this side. I would definitely want to have a dividing wall here. And I think I want to do the walls double thick, maybe. It does eat up quite a bit more space inside the workshop, but I think the outside is just like, it's just so much better if I can inset windows and things like that. I definitely want to divide it more still, I think. Because generally what happens is whenever I build a workshop or a factory or whatever, I have a big open space in the center, and then all of my contraptions are crammed against the wall along the outside. And I want to avoid that. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put like some sort of dividing wall. Maybe it's just girders, actually. Maybe I just put up some girders, like a support beam system, and I use that to kind of divide the room. Something like this. And then I can have contraptions in the middle of the room as well, instead of just having it, you know, kind of willy-nilly. What I want to do now is I want to go get the materials to make the exterior of the build. And I was thinking about this a little bit, and I was going to use exclusively bricks, but then I had a thought. I could make a much more red, I'm thinking like a deep red factory building, if that makes sense. So I think what I want to do is I want to get together some netherrack, some of the mangrove that we've been using here and there, and last but not least, crimsite. And I think those blocks together are going to look really, really cool. And I've just remembered that I left my tunnel bore at the bottom of the world. Ugh. All right, let's go rescue it. And also grab some crimsite, probably. The tunnel bore actually broke whenever it ran into some lava here, and I've actually already sealed it all off, so it should be safe to pick back up now. Now, included in the footage that I lost earlier of me digging this lower tunnel, I did talk a little bit about that right there. It's very difficult to tell, but that little faint blue line, that is the center structure of an ancient city. And if I had simply turned the corner in the last episode, I would have seen it. I cannot make this up. That ancient city is going to tempt me every single time I walk past it. Ooh, I see Scorchia. Or Scoria. I never know the difference. Scorchia? Scoria. Although, come to think of it, I do kind of want to use this in the build. Oh my god. Is that another skelly spawner? I've got 2 now. Viridium. Yo, this is one of the other things I kind of came down here for. This is kind of perfect. Like, was I lost on a side tangent, forgetting completely why I came down here? Yes, but Viridium helps me snap out of it. What? I was just trying to double back so I could get more of the Viridium. I literally look like I'm cheating. I mean, how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I even dug too far. Azurine. Wait, this cave has everything. What are these mob spawns? Why is everyone down here? Get away from me. Jeez. Oh my god. I'm too lucky. There it is. Ooh, my helmet is looking not good. 4 crits to do that, dude.
Nope, 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 nope.
Oh my god. Why am I so bad at bows? Probably because I never use them. Bro, why? As if I didn't have enough. Bro. Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding? It's like skeleton number 5,000. Can I just stop fighting mobs? Like, why are there so many mobs here? My god. Oh my god. Well, that's cactus, by the way. That would have been nice. Ooh, honeycomb. Dude, I don't even have to mess with bees. I can wax copper with the freaking honeycomb block. That's so nice. Actually, I mean, do we just poke our head in really quick and just like see what's going on? Yeah, I really don't have that much inventory space. Oh, hey. Ooh, emerald. Kind of forgot that those are drop. Oh my god, bricks. I actually need bricks for the build. This is huge. Wind charges. Ooh, a shield. Kind of want that. I love wind charges. Oh, was that a key? Oh my god, it was the disc. I got a disc. Tough. What the heck was that? That's better. I have projectile protection on my boots. You guys can't even touch me. Okay, that is just a bread. Here's the breeze spawner room. Give me the achievement. There it is. Oh my god, there's so many mobs here. Is it because I'm standing right above a deep dark? I don't understand. I guess the deep dark and the trial chamber also stop the mob spawns. I don't know. That's it. I'm leaving. No, my helmet. Rip to my helmet. Ooh. A little spicy. A little spicy. What a friggin' tangent. Hour and 15 minutes is how long this clip is. Jeez. Hour and 15 minutes just to get some damn crimsite. Should have been 20. Why do I get so easily distracted? Get me the frick out of here, elevator. Take me home. Crimsite acquired, as well as the limestone. Make myself a new helmet. And then some of the pillars, perhaps. We'll see how this works out in the build, but yeah, for now, I think this is a good start. I do also want all of my bricks. I've got to stop doing that. All right, let's see how this compares. Much more purple, especially these darker bits. They're very purpley, and this is like a very, I don't know, like a yellowy, like not quite orange, but like it's more yellow than just the straight up red color. See, like this block right here, that's red. This is like an almost yellow red. And then if I break them down to planks, is it kind of the same deal? I think it's cool though. I think these will work together. And then next to bricks, maybe we do... They're very different reds, but I kind of think that's a good thing. Wow, actually that matches so much better. Finally, I can get rid of these stupid raindrops. Lots of different red variations, but I think that's maybe too many. Let's knock these out. I don't think we want to use those. I'm cool with these three. This is a nice accent color. I think I might be able to bring some of the crimsite into it. Feels kind of dumb that I went and got all that crimsite and now I don't think I'm going to use it. But then I think it's just funny. Like I'm just kind of going back to the vanilla blocks. Like obviously there's one modded block in here, but for the most part, these are just vanilla. I do think I want to use scoria, maybe as like a roof, maybe a trim piece. What I'm thinking is, in my Create Astral world, I used sort of an architecture style that inset the brick blocks. Now I was using kind of like a yellowish brick in that version, but I think I want to do kind of a similar shape for windows, and then I want to do pillars out of a lighter block, and I think I want to use the limestone. We're getting so much iron. This is so nice. I can make things again and not feel like I'm about to lose all my stuff. Look at how much redstone I have now. Crazy. Crazy. Ooh, did I just see limestone is shiny with shaders? I can see my diamond armor. Look at, and my cape. That's so cool. I didn't know that limestone was shiny. It doesn't strike me as a shiny block. Bro, why do I keep doing that? Ooh, you know what else could look really good in this build? How does this measure up to the red and the white? Actually, I don't hate that. I think that's good. Yeah, I want to do this. Check this out. And then... Is this going to look as amazing as I think it will? Because this building, this section of the build over here is going to be completely different. Like it was added on later type of thing. And then something that'll tie it back in is if I use like some of the limestone again. And maybe I can also use some of this on the corners. Now this is going to look super flat. Just give me a second. I hate it. There's potentially something I can do about it, but it's not a guarantee. Okay, actually that helped a lot. Okay, that did help a lot. I don't know how I feel about the limestone on the end over there. I think the limestone on top is cool. It's just like the corner bit was kind of odd. Okay, that is significantly better. I want to do window segments. They're going to come together in a corner right here. What I think I could also do is I can have like a side door entrance of some sort. Because there's no way I'm going to want to come from the mines all the way around my front door just to get into the workshop. That would be very annoying. Now I want to do like some sort of arched roof on the backside here. And I do kind of want to use the scoria. Scoria. I'm going to keep getting that wrong. And essentially what I think I want to do is I want to have like a channel here down a half block. And then I'm just going to go up a half block at a time until we get to, oh my God, I'm already at the center. Okay, so that's going to be the shortest domed roof ever. In fact, that is so short. I'm kind of wondering... Do I even bring that down a block or up a block? No. I think the half block looks okay. And then we're going to have this over the top. Obviously, we're going to mix in some of these. And then from here, I want to do skylights. Does this look a little Western saloon? It looks a little Western saloon, doesn't it? I don't want this build to look Western. Oh no. Okay, yeah. So what I've done over here is I've actually extended the roof out a little bit further. I could put one more window in there, but then it would be like right inside the corner, and I just don't think that would look very good. So I think I'm going to try and like kind of leave this undone for a moment. And once we get this front face kind of the facade worked out, then I'll move back over into that corner. And you kind of saw it just now, but essentially I want to do like some layered stuff on the bottom here and then pillar up with some of these. But I want to have something segmented at the bottom. I can make these into window panes, right? I can. Here's the next question. Do these connect to each other? No, they do not. Well, that's a little disappointing. Do the full blocks connect to each other? Seriously? With the rain? Seriously? These guys definitely don't join, right? No. Didn't think so. Okay, I think I could get on board with that if... Yes, I can sleep. The rain is gone. Okay, the limestone does make it look a little bit pretty, but I think if I go ahead and like vary some of these blocks up, give it a little bit more texture, I think that I can make that work. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I tried. And then we need to do our actual entrance. I guess I could also do something like inset here. Could do the old bay window trick here. Have those connect on the sides, go up like that, and then do like another round of stairs up top. I think we could probably pull something off like that. And then maybe for the door frame, we can do something with panels. With glass panes, we can do this, right? Evidently, that only works for iron bars. Suppose I could do it with the full block, right? Yeah, that would work. One in between like this. Oh my gosh, wait, that looks good. And then maybe we have some sort of trapdoor right there. Maybe mangrove can be our accent right here. Something that'll spice it up a little bit. I like that. I think that looks really good. And then we definitely have to have some sort of mangrove door, right? They look so good. Does that maybe mean we bring the windows up a little higher? I think I like this layout here. We can do the 3 wide segments with the tall windows in between. We can have that segment of the build over there kind of be separate and different. It does share the same window style, so I think that kind of draws it back together a little bit. And now that we've got the format worked out, I think I'm just going to go ahead and whip through the rest of this and see how it looks at the end. So let's go. All right, let's get some distance. Does that look good at all? I can't even see that. I'm going down a mountain to look at a thing. Hold. I need to install FreeCam. It's not bad. I like it a lot. I feel like it's missing something. I am completely out of food. Ow, ow, ow! That would have been my first death. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I can, because I'm about to die anyway. Don't step in the campfire. Don't make any sudden moves either. I'm afraid I'm gonna bump something and die. Is it done? It's done. Well, that woke me up. I mean, I wasn't sleeping, but that woke me up. Let me download a FreeCam mod because I'm sick of looking at this from the ground. Hold on. Okay, FreeCam installed. Kind of wanted this to be a unique shape. I mean, you can't really see that backside. That's the problem. Oh, wait. I've got the solution. I have the solution. Sorry, I'm just got caught up staring at myself. I'm so beautiful. That's a face worthy of subscription. So you should subscribe. You should subscribe and like. Okay, so what I'm thinking here, something that's going to be kind of unique to the entire build. All right, how's that for height? Oh, I think that's a solid height right there. I want to put the top on this, and I think we're done with the exterior. Smokestack complete. Now, I just got to take down some of these pillar blocks. Get rid of all those. That's a nice smokestack. It adds interest and it brings the eye upward. It also balances the build in a way that I didn't think it would be able to. That's not bad. That's not bad. For not planning this in creative, doing this completely on the fly. I mean, doing this in, I don't even know however many hours this was. Probably too many, to be honest. Maybe I can't brag about that part, but now this side over here, I definitely want to do some form of big window, and maybe that side entrance I was mentioning can kind of just go in one of these sides. Honestly, even like toward the village, I think would be nice if I just do like something like right here. It's pretty simple. All I really have to do is that and then just throw a door in here. Yeah, I think that works. And then this can just be a massive window, dude. Like, heck yeah. Yeah, I like that. I might bring these corners in over here like this. Literally the simplest thing ever, but it just makes it more of an arch. Oh yeah, that's much better. Dude, I like this. This looks good. This is a sick, like, starter shop. Come on. Yeah, it's much better. I like that a lot. Very cool. I could do the like that row right there behind. I could do that as limestone technically. Okay, yeah, that's way better. Okay, that's so much better. Oh, we got to do something with this. Is it that easy? Is it that easy? Wait, it can't be that easy. Can't keep getting away with this. You know what? No, I think that's okay. I think that's good. Oh my god, I'm in the horse hole. I am particularly happy with this side. Of course it starts raining just as I finish up. Let's take a quick fly around in free cam and just see how this looks from every angle. I like making builds that look good from every angle. And honestly, I'm not mad at that. That is a nice little workshop. I mean, I am happy with that right there. I didn't know how I was going to feel about the super dark red, but I think it ties it all together really, really well. Like, obviously you see it in the mangrove and the door and the trapdoor right here up front, but like, that just gives you something to look at, right? I mean, that is nice. And now I think it's time for me to break down all of this garbage and set it down inside, because I can't have my front lawn looking like this. And one of my favorite things to do, since I have my storage room kind of set up, one of my favorite things to do after breaking down a create mod contraption is to just do this. And like, so much of my inventory is clean now. Now eventually I'll have like a spot for each one of these items, but that will have to be something we cover in next episode. I'm going to quickly fix up the lawn here. And that is one front area cleaned up. Look, it's even greeting us with this lovely little rainbow. It's like, wow, it's so fresh and new. And yeah, some grass needs to grow back in. But other than that, I like it. I like it a lot. We've got our little mine entrance over there where we made our elevator. This beautiful new workshop where we're going to be automating things here and there as we can. And prepping for what I want to do. I want to do pretty soon. Obviously, my The SMP videos are going to continue. I'm not going to be doing this create mod series as often as you would see other creators do it, but I'm going to try and put in some hours whenever I can, and I'm going to try and get episodes out as often as possible. Who knows, maybe sometimes I'll even put out 2 episodes in a single week. Doubtful, but it's possible. And with that, I think that's where I'm going to leave you for today. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like it, and if you want to subscribe, do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Last time on Vi Plays Create, we used our low-tech tunnel board to farm up a ton of iron, and used nuggets of experience to enchant our gear at level 30. Then we used our low-tech tunnel board to farm Viridium, Azurine, and after fighting for my dang life, Crimsite and Limestone. Wow, at no point did I think to improve the tunnel board to save time? Oh, it was at the very end of the material gathering. Smart. Whatever. We then laid out and constructed the exterior to our grand starter workshop, which is where we pick up. Hey y'all, I'm Vi, and welcome back to Vi Plays Create. I've spent a good long while just kind of walking around this build, admiring, gazing, absolutely loving it, but it does come with a few issues. I never put an interior inside it, and I can't even start on that because I'm about to starve to death. I've got 2 potatoes to my name. So I think today is going to be a day of farm progress. Everything that we had set up outside, we need to get set back up in here. We definitely need to get some crops going. And I'd like to get a few other stations of various create mod crafting components together so that it's a little bit easier for me to make contraptions in the future. And in that same vein, our lovely storage room is lacking its main functionality, which is full toolboxes, full of components that I can use to make contraptions. I don't have any of those yet. So I'm going to have to go on a crafting spree. So I'm going to go ahead and set up an old school shop the way I would have before this update, and let's get a bunch of components crafted, shall we? I started by removing the girder that I was going to use to divide the room, and I set up a little station off to the side where our garage door at the back of the shop can open and close, and then I decided to divide the room based off of those girders. I added a bunch of encased fans, which will allow us to wash, haunt, smelt, and smoke, and then I set back up our crafter. And I wanted to go ahead and highlight this really quick. I decided to go ahead and slow down the crafter over here just because it takes up so many stress units and there's no reason to keep it running that fast. I'm rarely going to need this, if at all. And I might end up actually taking this down completely. But I did go ahead and add an adjustable chain gear shift, which will actually slow down the rotation speed if powered by redstone. So we're actually using way less stress. And if I pop over here to this new stressometer that I've made, we can see that we're in the yellow. We're already using a lot of stress. And whenever I disconnect this, it drops way down till we're almost in the green. But so far, we're doing pretty well for ourselves. You know, I just realized that I never actually added my crushing wheels back to this workshop. Let's get the crushing wheels installed. Additionally, I did also go ahead and add some storage over here to our smokestack area. Just a few things that we can kind of keep in bulk, but like don't necessarily need to be in my storage room. We do also have quite a bit of headroom in here. I think I might be able to put like a second floor up where the girders are. What does it cost to make those andesite scaffolding? Is it just one of these? Yeah, 1 for 2. Oh, these are table covers. So this is not andesite scaffolding? Frick. It was right next to that. Okay, so we're going to probably need to figure out where a staircase could be, but for now, let's just get up there. Yeah, I think like right here. I think that could work. I mean, since we did already make them. Can these work as floor? Kinda. I think that could work. What? Yeah, this gives us a nice work area up top up here. I say we go ahead and craft up a bunch of components because I have an idea. And I think it's going to solve a lot of our early game farm issues all in one go. Also, I might have done a little bit more decorating. I might have done just a little bit more decorating between clips. Just a mild amount of more decorating. What do you need a lot of early game? Logs, right? Pretty much every create mod player needs logs to make casings. And we need lots of casings to make other cool things, including but not limited to walls. Probably a better use for copper at this point in the game, but whatever. But we need logs, and we need lots of them. And yeah, I could go ahead and make one of those radial farms that are super boring that you've seen a million times before. Or we could do something a little fancier. I want to make a tree farm, but I want to make a tree farm that's also a crop farm and is also visually appealing. I don't want to make some building where we have to house a bunch of plants and stick a bunch of trees inside and somehow grow them up. No. I want my tree farm to be cool. I want my tree farm to be fancy and unique. And I want my tree farm to be absolutely friggin' ridiculous. So let's make an airplane that chops down all my trees, shall we? But Vi, you only added create mod. There's no create aeronautics in this mod pack. Uh-huh. We're doing it with just the create mod. No add-ons, baby. And yes, I did mock this up in a creative world, but here's a list of different materials that we're going to need to make this thing happen. This list doesn't include a bunch of train tracks and a bunch of other train components that we're going to need, so maybe I also get a quick start on that as well. And yeah, I think I'm going to have to immediately take this down because I need the space. And honestly, probably also the stress units. Okay, train tracks are now processing. I won't get a ton of these, but I will get, probably, hopefully, maybe enough to do what we're doing now. Doing this without an iron farm is, risky? It's risky. I do have a tunnel bore, so iron acquisition shouldn't be too difficult. Hopefully. I made that mine for a reason. So I'm going to fill this up with another bunch of nuggets, and we'll let that process in the background while we gather a bunch of other materials. I do need one crushing wheel. And I couldn't have done the crushing wheels before I took the crafter down. No, that would have been way too smart. No. I must now re-put up a crafter. Also, I guess I never really got the chance to show this off either, but look at that. I have access to the outside. My garage door actually opens. It's kind of cool. I like it. But, crafter. Wow, this is excruciating. I didn't realize I could see inside the texture of the thing that's moving. That's kind of funny. Come on, baby. Goodness. I know I also need a few things of train casing, which means I think I need to set my lava duping production thing back up. Yeah, lava and presses. That'll have to be something I put upstairs. And with these being transparent blocks, I'm pretty sure I could get away with knocking out some of this roof and adding some more skylights. And I guess I didn't really talk about this in the last episode, but I did actually redesign these skylights, and I think these skylights actually look pretty cool. And it wouldn't be too hard to replicate with this surface here. Definitely think it would be doable. But for now, let's just get some lava duplication set back up, shall we? Have those pipes run into a pump and have that pump run out into a fluid tank. And then actually I could probably do my production line right along this girder here, which just means I need another belt. We're going to do a spout, and then we're going to do 2 presses, hopefully in the right place. Essentially going straight into that. All I really have to do is that, and then I can even do this. So now whenever there is lava, we will be able to produce these sheets. The thing that I need to make the sheets is powdered obsidian. Go ahead and place something that can hold barrels. Place our barrels back right here and here. And it looks like I'm out of andesite funnels. So now I just need to get my hands on some obsidian. If I go ahead and send this through the crushing wheels, there's some powdered obsidian. I just got to get some power in here, which it looks like actually perfect. Literally, wow, that worked out very well. So if I go ahead and throw that in there, it's going to start outputting it. But unfortunately, we don't have any lava yet. I can jumpstart it a little bit by grabbing some of these lava buckets that we have down here. And I should be able to produce a few train casings, or rather sturdy sheets, by just going ahead and throwing these in the cauldrons back here. It's working. Oh, these aren't powered. Right. Oh, we're overstressed. It's official. Oh, still overstressed, huh? I didn't expect for this to happen so soon. Okay, now should be able to take these out and throw them on here. Okay, we got some sturdy sheets. And now with some brass casing, I realize I don't even have a yellow toolbox, which is normally where I would store my brass casing. We've hit the locomotive age. Woo! I'm also thinking I should probably go ahead and make myself another toolbox. Where is my leather? Am I out of leather? I think I am. Oh my gosh, look at all this wheat I have. I'm not even close to being starving to death. I am rich in food. I've got so much food. Well, maybe I should grab a couple. So there's 3 more toolboxes. I only needed 1 more. I don't know why I made 3. Oh well. I need 1 of these to be yellow. And this is where my brass age stuff goes. And it looks like I am yet again about to run out of iron. Ah, precision mechanism. That's... I was really hoping that I could avoid making those. I forgot that I need a precision mechanism for this. Hello, sir. Would you like to sell me something? Nope. I wonder if I could just manually make a couple of these. Like, I can just yoink this guy. Then I just need a bunch of cogwheels, which I'm now realizing that I don't have a lot of. Is there a better feeling? Is there a better feeling than crafting a ton of cogwheels so you don't have to worry about it anymore? Okay, that should be more than enough to do a couple precision mechanisms. Throw 1 on there, and then we go, I believe it goes small cogwheel, large cogwheel, iron nugget, and then we just do that a bunch. Small, large, iron nugget, small, large, iron nugget, and so on. Ooh, we got a precision mechanism. Beautiful. I didn't even have to try that hard. That is sick. And I can officially make train controls. And I believe that is the last item on our list here. I got the water wheel. Oh, wait, nope. I've missed other stuff. I didn't do the entire first page. It's kind of perfect that I made this extra toolbox because I definitely need it for the build. And I believe that's everything. Now, one thing that I added to my go-kart that I wanted to be pretty specific about was this right here. Eventually, I think I want this to be a shulker box so that it's easy for me to swap in and out. But right now, it's a barrel, and I can take all of a project's supplies, and I should be able to stick it in this one barrel. But yeah, I can go ahead and take this guy down to where we're going to put this farm, which we haven't actually determined yet, and then we should be able to schematic cannon it into the world. And since we're going to be leaving the shop, I should probably mend up some of my stuff. Level 28. I'm actually pretty close to 30. I could just, Prod 4, that's a way better roll. Prod 4 is a better roll. I'm breaking 3. If I could do the boots and then add it to the stuff that's already on my current boots, and then I would get Prod 4, Feather Falling, Depth Strider. Yeah. So that's 13 levels. That seems like a lot. Oh, I didn't mean to use that whole stack. That sucks. Protection 3. Oh, yes. This plus this is 7. That's a perfect chest plate. This plus that is 13. Not perfect boots, but significantly better. Significantly better helmet. And then the leggings I probably crafted for nothing because I'm going to do that in Ancient City probably pretty soon, and they're probably going to have a lot better leggings for me. I'm so close to my face right now. Okay. Oh, yeah. And I also cooked up a bunch of this, so I should have plenty of that now. Nice. Okay, I think now we can head out down the hill and figure out where the heck we're going to put this stinking airplane / airport. That's right, we're doing the whole dang thing today. Now, my thoughts are this, right? The problem is, this is Create Mod, and while I do have Distant Horizons, I don't have my render distance all that high. I'm only at technically 20 chunks, but I'm pretty sure the random tick distance for crops is not that far. And I do want these crops to be growing and being harvested while I'm up here, so it really can't be too far. So now it's time to chop down a whole bunch of trees yet again. I think I'm going to try and skip the montage this time, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a time lapse. Let's go! Alright, so I went ahead and leveled out a little bit of an area here. What if we harvest the trees up here and the plain circles the base? Like just above the village here. And this is going to be where the trees will get harvested and where the plain will be almost level with the ground, or level with the ground. And then down here where we've already dug out all this area, this is where we'll do the crops. Let me go sleep and then we will fix up this area to do crops. All right, field tilled. And I kind of want to do like some packed mud so that it kind of at least blends in a little bit. 2 beetroot seeds? Yikes. Obviously there's melon and pumpkin, but I don't think I want that to be part of this farm. I think I'd make a separate farm for that one. Ooh, cocoa beans. I could do cocoa beans. So this is how wide the crop farm is, and we also have this much more space for the wingspan of the plane. If I dug down a block here, and what I'm thinking is, I could also just like block this off with something. Whoops. I guess we're stripping these now. And we can plant kelp. If you stare deeply enough into my eyes, does it make you want to subscribe? All right, and that is all the kelp filled in. But yeah, I can go ahead and craft up the harvesters now. 15. Okay, so now all of these harvesters can go like this. I do probably need to connect these. So if this is 17 across, the middle point should be 8, 9. That's the middle point. So if this is the middle point right here, that means right below this, we have to dig out a tunnel for our train. And so now if I go back over to this side, I am in the center of the hallway, which is perfect. All right, and this is where we're going to set up our train station and where we are going to build our airplane. I believe what I can do is I can go ahead and set the train station 1 in front and do that. And I don't think I'm going to name this one for now, but if I go ahead and click create new train, it's going to allow me to place a bogey. And it looks like the bogey is actually off by 1. So let me move that back. Create new train. And it's going to put me right underneath the thing that's holding the harvesters. And it doesn't matter what the bogey looks like because it's going to be buried under the ground. All of the train tracks, everything is going to be buried underground. So if we take the framed glass panes, which I love by the way, these are a new addition. They are completely invisible except for the top and the bottom. And I stick these all together with some super glue where the housing is attached. I can now super glue all of the harvesters in place. And I actually want to individually glue these. Not necessarily individually. I don't want to have empty space within the glue because I don't want to pick up any blocks whenever this is not assembled. And so now the next thing we need to do is we need to set, and I feel like I'm actually kind of asking for trouble here. If I get up here high enough, I can free cam over to where we're actually going to put the tree farm and we can find out exactly the height that we need to be. Let's fly on over there. 140, 138, 139 potentially. So now if I go back down to 139, go ahead and place this right here. That's where the schematic is going to get placed. And now I have to water bucket clutch without dying. I don't know why I ever doubted myself. Oh, I forgot to change the config. Now that the airplane is completely finished, I'm going to fill in the one bit that I did not have fixed up whenever I ported the schematic over to this world. I'm just now seeing the durability of my shovel, and I'm wondering if it's going to be enough. So now I should be able to click that guy. And if I can jump all the way down to that water without scrolling out of my, my thing here, I think I can... Awesome. It's too large. Selected area is too large. Heck. A significant period of time later. Okay, that should be everything. This is the moment of truth. We're going to assemble this train, and we're going to name it the Crop Duster. And now I should be able to get all the way up there with some scaffolding. It's time to test the airplane. We're going to pull forward. And that is all those crops harvested. Perfect. And I can now hop on out of here. We have a working airplane in Minecraft. We're going to have to go find a blaze burner, I think, because I think that's probably just going to be the easiest pilot that we can get for this thing. You know, we could use a bee. Wait, we could get a bee. A bee could be a great pilot. Hold on. Let's get a bee. Come on, Mr. Bee. I have a new job for you. You are going to be the pollinator. You will be in charge of the crops. Are you excited for your new job? Buzz, buzz. Nope, we've lost him. Come on, Mr. B. Let's go. Yes, it worked. It's perfect. 0 flaws. I think we did it. I think that's it. We got to get him a train schedule. Do these cost train something? Oh, sturdy sheet. Of course they do. Okay, so we need to get him a train schedule. And then obviously we have to hook up all of the rails still. But I mean, we're heckin' doing it, dude. Oh, yeah. Train schedule is not actually useful until I actually have train stations. So, train station time. I mean, no. Track laying time. I'm going to time lapse this. This is going to take forever. Okay, I have iron and I have access to better drills, and this is sucking. So I'm going to go make a way bigger tunnel bore, and then we'll continue this. I'm down here at my shop doing a little bit of recuperating, grabbing a little bit more food because I have no food left beyond bread. And I do have more than 30 levels, so I figured I'd come back down here, grab a little bit more food, and might as well try fire protection. Kidding. Please. Honestly, I'll take it. I think I am full prot 4 now. Oh no, just the helmet. Now that's a shovel. Yes, I can mine fast now. 35 more drills. That should help. And I kind of want one more drill. Also, this has been bothering me the entirety of the time that I've been using it. Okay, I've added a portable storage interface to it, so eventually I can have a place where I can set this thing down and it'll automatically offload all of the items that I want it to offload. Hopefully that should make my life a little bit easier. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't like this. Can I just do this? A little bit of redstone power, and we have a very upgraded tunnel bore. Back to time lapsing. Okay, Mr. B. Let's put you right there, just so I don't accidentally hit you on the way back around. Now, let's take this for a ride, shall we? All right, let's just go all the way around. That one did look a little better, I think. Let's see what this one looks like now. More gradual, not too bad. But now it's time to get the runway laid out and the tree farm in place. Time for another time lapse. Let's go. Okay, I just did a quick update of the mod because of the issues I've been having with this this portable storage interface, and I think it might have fixed it. They did make some changes to how portable storage interfaces interact. This is a problem that happens because the bogey is down below and I can't see it. It doesn't render it right away, so I have to actually like go into FreeCam and like look down below. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I think it moved on right when I logged back in, so I assume it's sort of working again. I don't know how to fix this. How do I do this? Because I've got my entity render distance. It's up to like a bajillion, like 500%. I don't know. Is there like a mod or something that'll allow me to see my trains and airplanes from further away? Because like I'd very much like to figure that out. It kind of ruins the whimsy that I'm trying to get here. But yeah, I also spent a bunch of time finagling a way to actually plant the trees. Originally, when I did this design, I actually had the deployers on the plane, but I actually scrapped that because I didn't want them planting anywhere there was dirt. So because I wanted to be able to use dirt in the actual runway itself, and it's sort of working. The main problem is that it drops the saplings over there, cuts down the trees here. There's no way to get the saplings back over here. So I'm gonna try and finagle with that a little bit here and there. See, and then it's like, is it not even an entity render distance thing? Is it just the bogeys? I don't know. I need Steam and Rails to update so I can change all this out for just phantom rails. Will it have made hours and hours of digging completely useless? Yes, but it will be worth it. And it replanted. So it looks like the portable storage interfaces are working better. I don't know if it was just the relog or if it actually fixed it. But yeah, I'm also probably gonna have to redo this because I did not think this through. The jungle saplings are gonna get totally choked out by the cherry and all of the other leaves in the acacia. Yeah, these need to be separated out. I'm gonna have to figure out this tree farm a little bit better next time around. But we have a fully functional airplane. We have a crop farm that is being harvested, and all of the items are getting dropped off on our beautiful new runway. And our ridiculous tree farm is getting chopped down by an actual airplane. And I think that's where I'm gonna have to call it. Normally I'd spend a little bit more time on this, but I'm going out of town for a couple days this weekend, and I won't be able to give this the normal polish that I regularly would. I'd like to think it was still polished enough, but I digress. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you like the video, like it, and if you want to subscribe, do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Last time on Vi Plays Create, we built up the interior to our new shop. We laid out a ton of crops, created a new airplane that will harvest our crops and trees, paved a landing strip for our airplane to take off and land on, and then we dug an underground network of rails. And then we dug some more. And then a little bit more. And then guess what? We dug some more. All in all, at the end of the day, we have a brand new tree farm up and running. It's not beautiful, but it functions, and all of our crops are getting collected here at our runway. And sometimes, well, the airplane doesn't render. Go, little bee, go. And the airplane disappears. Hey y'all, I'm Vi, and welcome back to Vi Plays Create. Today we begin doing industry. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Gotta watch out for those saws. Those are lethal. And as you can see, the crops are coming in. The crops are coming in quickly. Maybe a little too quickly. It's kind of an issue actually, because we gotta find a way to store these or compost them or something. I definitely don't need all of these crops. In fact, I feel like I don't even need most of these crops. I just wanted food. Don't get me wrong, these are going to be very convenient to have, especially as the series goes along and we add more mods. Oh, did I not mention we were doing that? Yeah. Whenever we want to, we can add mods, because this is my mod pack. I can do whatever the heck I want. Also, that plane's going to hit us again. We should move. It's starting up its engines. Just pretend. This is what it sounds like when an airplane takes off. And then it stops rendering. Because why? I don't know. But those issues should be solved relatively soon because, like I just mentioned, we can add mods whenever we want. And I heard a rumor that Steam and Rails has been updated. Actually, I should probably check before I just spread misinformation. It's not been updated. I've been lied to. I want to go find that Reddit post and download it to oblivion. So maybe I just cut that last segment. I don't know. Maybe we leave it because I was so joyous. Maybe it'll convince them to update the mod. Not that they need convincing. I'm sure they've been asked a million times, and we're patient for our mods. Do not badger mod makers. Do not badger mod makers about when mods are updating. Not cool. Don't do that. That's just dumb. And then it provides pressure, and like nobody needs that in their life. These people are doing this for free. Just be patient. Be patient. And tip them when you can. Give them a little bit of money. If you can afford it, they deserve it, you know? But even if Steam and Rails were updated, it wouldn't matter. I don't have the iron to do the stuff that I need to do. Also, I hear a zombie. Ah. He's living in my walls. Maybe I should light those, actually. Either way, we need iron. We need iron for lots of things. Namely, probably vaults. We need lots of vaults because we need to store those crops and we need to be able to process the items that are coming through. So I think we get started on an iron farm. And Create Mod has the coolest way of doing iron farms. No, I don't have to ruthlessly murder iron golems. I can get my iron from cobblestone. Or gravel. More specifically, we wash gravel. But we can produce gravel. We can produce gravel by crushing cobblestone with those things. With these guys right here, actually. And I think now we should talk a little bit about what cobblestone farm is best. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to preface this, but I wanted to go ahead and get together a little bit of a lag test for what cobblestone generator performs best. Now, I've seen a few of these different designs around. I'm not going to pretend that I followed a tutorial or anything. And wow, this is actually a little bit hard to see what's going on whenever this is on. Hold on. Let's just turn that off for a moment. Essentially, this is just a minecart contraption going back and forth, breaking cobblestone that is then regenerated by lava here. These are all lava sources, meaning that all of the blocks will flow to the side and they touch this flowing lava source that flows all the way down to the ground right there. When this is in contraption form, it looks like this. It goes back and forth. And it just shifts back and forth and then generates the lava. I just have these two funnels here dropping the cobblestone down into a large vault, which you could then read and then power off the contraption here with one of these guys. Like I know that somebody else has made this design before. Do I know who it was? No. This design just replicated those mechanics and stuck them into this build that I made myself. I don't know. I want to say I saw it on a Foxy No-Tail video forever ago, but it's been a hot minute. And I've gone ahead and downloaded the mod Observable, which allows you to kind of see what things are causing lag in your world. And, oh, well, it didn't say this a second ago. It said it was like 100 and something. I don't know. I just got an offline follow on Twitch. Okay, cool. It's just popped up on my Twitch chat. Anyway, sick. Thanks for the follow. Anyway, this shifting displacement cobblestone generator uses a lava source inside of tanks being pumped out with the Create Mod pumps to create the cobblestone. Without this hideous overlay, it looks a little bit more like this. And you can see how fast this thing is generating. This is without a doubt the fastest cobblestone generator that I've ever seen. At least one that's like, you know, somewhat resource and lag friendly. But some of the community thinks that this is a little bit cheaty since it uses a mechanic that wasn't originally intended. Now, the devs have actually gone forward and said that they're not going to remove it. It's not necessarily intended, but it's not something that they think that they want to remove from the game. In fact, you can actually use this mechanic to make some pretty insane displacement tunnel bores. It's kind of crazy. I'm not going to say I cleared out the area above an ancient city in order to expose it to the sky and then, you know, made an entire base out of it. What? You can do that? And a mechanical bearing just turns the whole thing? All it costs you is hours and hours and hours and hours of your life. Yeah, I never made this into a video, so, you know, don't look out for it on my channel. Yeah, I'm not saying that I did all of that, but that's exactly what I'm saying. But I wanted to see if there was other more quote unquote legit, this is my air quotes, this is my Minecraft air quotes, legit forms of generating cobblestone for the lag that you're producing. The observable mod shows us that that is definitely not the case. Now, obviously, this looks different now, but if I go ahead and run this again, we're going to see that this is causing 118, whatever that symbol is, per tick. And that is significantly higher than the contraption that is over here, which is currently causing, it's kind of hard to tell. In fact, it might not be possible to tell at all because there's so many things there. Essentially, this one is significantly more lag friendly and it is so much faster. So while I was going to try and do something creative and try and make my own cobblestone generator, I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's more worth it to have a better TPS, faster cobblestone generator, and just all around better design. I found this one from a creator named Triobion, and he quotes a user by the name of Cyvac on Discord. So this is not my design, but this is the one that I previously used in my Create Astral series, and the one that I think I'm going to use in this series as well. But that is enough about pre-busting lag. Back to the video. Thank you, past me. Well, now that we've got our cobblestone generator all picked out, we know which one we're going to do. I say we pick a spot to make that cobblestone generator happen. And then subsequently, I suppose, the iron farm. But as you can see here, I've cleared out even more of this area. Gone will be this very medieval, kind of weird looking Minecraft village. And in its place, something modern. Not necessarily sleek. I don't really care for the whole like hyper modern zero texture designs. Why? Can we just render, please? Oh! Oh! That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm like prot 4 on almost all my stuff. Prot 3 on the helmet, I suppose, but like 4.5 hearts. That's crazy. But yeah, this looks a little bit whack as well. Not really a retaining wall. Also, I feel like terminating right into the side of like a massive hill is probably not the best. So I think maybe we do a little bit of an airport, but like an in-ground airport that's dug into the side of the mountain. I think that would be pretty cool. What do you guys think? Doesn't matter what you think, I'm going to do it anyway because it's going to be the subject of today's video. But I still want to hear your feedback, please. Please tell me all your feedback. Don't think that I don't regard your feedback. Please tell me your feedback. Ah, a lone bee magically chopping down trees. So I say we grab our tunnel bore, pick out a spot over on the hillside right next to where our airport's going to be, and we dig out some area for a cobblestone generator. Ooh, we could also expand the tunnel bore. Ooh, I like that idea. I've got a pretty good amount of iron on me, and honestly, with all the zinc that I have, it might be relatively easy to get the andesite alloy I need as well. Do I have andesite? I do. Ooh, let's make a bunch of more drills. I want this drill by the time we're done with this series to be absolutely freaking massive. Maybe also we should get better power in this episode as well. I don't know if I can make that much progress all in the same episode. Oh wait, I already have so much andesite alloy. Nice! I forgot that was a thing. Can I just craft the drills like immediately? I have 18 casings. That would make 18 drills. Okay, wait, I just need a bunch of casing then. Gotta shriek, 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 gotta shriek. Gotta shriek, gotta shriek, gotta shriek, gotta shriek. Say that 10 times fast. That is difficult. Oh, that is the view. Coming out the door there and like, boom, there's just a friggin' airplane flying by. I hate this stops. We gotta fix this stopping thing. But airplane! Flying around my base. Also, is there a way for me to make this go faster? It's so slow. While I pillar up here, let me know if there's any good ambient sound mods out there. I would love to have like birds chirping and things whenever I exit the workshop. Currently, I have the Sound Physics mod, Sound Physics Remastered, I think is its name. So currently I have that one, and if they're compatible, I would love that. I would love that. Is this a superior method to craft casing? Probably not. But it's really fun. Okay, how many of these can I make? 36. That's not bad. That's how many I added in the last episode, I think. That's kind of crazy, actually. Ooh, I could add even more. Ooh. Oh, 54 drills? This thing's gonna be massive. Ugh, I almost just wind charged to build up here. I need wind charges so bad. I'm too shy, but that should be an easy fix. Yes. I need to do some quick math here. 1, 2, 3. 8 times 14, 112. That is less than 2 stacks. I definitely want to be dropping all the cobblestone that we're picking up, especially since we're about to be generating it and I don't need cobblestone. So we want to be dropping any and all cobblestone out of this. I probably don't need all of this vault here, but it's fine. Got to make sure to lock the rotation. And we pick it up. And it looks like all the drills are in the contraption. We're good to go. Now let's time lapse, shall we? All right, so now we officially have an area cleared out. Obviously, this is a lot bigger than a cobblestone generator. Obviously, but I figured we could put a lot more than just cobblestone generators here. I want to put the iron farm here and maybe a few other bits and bobs. And it'll just kind of be nice to have the space because the starter workshop is just meant to be a starter workshop. I'm not trying to cram tons and tons of farms inside that one building. That would be absolutely insane. And since we're going to have an entire airport, we might as well use the space. And I've been thinking about this a little bit more. I was talking earlier about how I wanted to do something in modern style. And I don't know if you've ever seen any of my stuff in the past, but I really like cyberpunk. And this mod pack in its current iteration isn't really suited for cyberpunk. Obviously, with just the vanilla blocks, there's a lot that I can do. But the base create mod is really good for something similar. Something a little bit more positive, maybe a little less dystopian, but solar punk is a really great option. So obviously we're going to have a segment of the airport that's exposed to the sky, and I think we could use that for maybe some windmills and some other things that we can use to actually power some of the contraptions that are up here. And I did get a good amount of iron ore whenever we were going through and carving all of this out. So I say I go ahead and process that, and let's see about what block type we can use here. And I think I'm going to break down and finally make some goggles. I don't actually have like a trinket mod or anything like that, or curios slots, so I might just forego the helmet for a while. And as charming as it is to have all these water wheels here, these cause so much lag. Like, I am already getting 48 FPS. There's zero reason I should be getting 48 FPS. Obviously, shaders play a big part in that, but I do worry. I worry that shaders are not long for this world. Even with all the stuff I added to my PC, I tried so hard. I'm going to go ahead and grab my schematic for my cobblestone generator. Place it down in a random location. Doesn't really matter right now because we're just checking for materials. Throw that in there. I can grab this old material checklist from the airplane build. Throw that into my schematic cannon, and it's going to tell me all the materials that we're going to need. And I'm going to gather these. It's going to be pretty boring, so I'm just going to cut to whenever I'm done. Ugh, rotation speed controllers. This is just brass casing and a precision mechanism. Ugh, great. All right, and I figure I might as well craft a bunch of these so that at least I have them so I can stop having to craft precision mechanisms every episode on demand. Bulk crafting is just kind of the way it goes. It's just the better move. Also, I'm gonna need so many vaults, and I just realized that I don't have that many. Or how many do I need? 81. 81 times 2 is 160. It's a lot of iron. Oof. And I kind of forgot to talk about this while I was recording, but essentially this is a precision mechanism sequence. I'm using the vault in the back to actually send the item back to the front. It's just kind of the most efficient and compact way to do it. I can't remember who I originally saw this design from, but the barrel on the left is where you input your gold sheet. The deployers do all the work. It sends it around through the item vault and drops it in the hopper at the end. Oh my gosh, 5 for 5 on precision mechanisms. That is huge. Nice. And I've got one more, might as well. Dang, 6 for 6 is crazy. And I don't want to use up all of these. I'm going to make the 2 that I need, but I'm going to try and keep precision mechanism on hand so that if I need them more later on, I'll have them. So now I should be able to craft 2 of these. Put Put those in there. And a vault is 2 sheets of iron. Is this all of my iron? Even after processing all that stuff that I had a few minutes ago. Yikes. Set this for raw iron and copper. Okay, I kind of wonder, is there any chance I have some iron in here? Oh wait, this is not connecting. Ooh, lots of copper. Lots of copper. Okay, it turns out we do have the iron we need. I just didn't think we did. That is 83. There's our 81 volts. And we still have a good stockpile of iron. Oh, that is so nice. I thought we were going to be out of stuff, but the tunnel bore came in clutch. All right, so now let's go ahead and grab our schematic cannon, our go-kart, and let's find a new location for this cobblestone generator, and then subsequently the iron farm. So I want this area to actually be up a block, so we want to be able to step up into the actual airport itself. So that's why I dug it at this height instead of down one. But what I think I can do is I can go ahead and set this down right here. Also, I just came up with this the other day. You know how I wanted this to be my project barrel? All I gotta do is set that down right there, and it's right next to that, and I'm just good to go. Actually, awesome. All right, so this is the height that we're looking at. Ooh, I'm actually kind of wondering if I should have made this a little taller. We're doing this in the area where it's, free up above. If I want to make that area taller, I totally can. So I actually wanted it to have this up a block because the iron farm that I'm using is going to be set down pretty low. And I believe that's everything we need done right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in here, grab you some gunpowder, and just press play. All right, and that looks like it is complete. All right, looks like all the pumps are facing the right direction. We still have to get some lava inside these, but I believe that's everything. We got to get water in here still, but that should be no problem. Time to do my favorite little trick. Ask me when I'm going to shut up about this. Ask me. Go ahead. Never. I'm never going to shut up about this. All of that should be waterlogged. Nice. All right, that is the lava sources in place. That's all of that encased. And last but certainly not least is the power source. We need to give this thing power. It's funny, it doesn't require a lot of power. It just has to be able to move a contraption. Therefore, it requires almost no power to actually generate the cobblestone. But the pumps, on the other hand, the pumps cost 8 SU per pump because this is actually slowed way, way down on this end over here. It's at 8 RPM. So what I'm thinking is we could just go ahead and bite the bullet and go ahead and install a windmill. A shameful period of time later. 58 plus 4. 58 plus 6. That is enough. I had the one light gray sheep that was in the pen with them, and I just decided to dye these because I was sick of waiting. And for now, I don't think I'm going to spend too much time on this windmill. I don't think I'm going to care so much about the design. I just want this to be in place and generating cobblestone. This should be... Ooh, that's a generating some cobblestone. All right, I went ahead and changed this threshold switch so that it's going to turn the power on whenever we hit 370 stacks, and it'll turn it back off again once we dip below 350. And that is going to power this redstone link right here, which is just essentially a wireless redstone connector. We can assign it a frequency, and right here you can see that I've used cobblestone and cobblestone for both frequencies, meaning that whenever I go over to here, you can see that redstone link, which has been set to receive mode with that little receiver right there. All you have to do to put that in receive mode is to shift right click with an empty hand, or you can use a wrench. Oh, and it looks like we've actually filled up on cobblestone already. It's kind of crazy. And both of these frequencies here are set to cobblestone as well. And you can see that on the side right here, it looks like, oh wait, at or above 370. I'm currently at 371 stacks. Oh wait, I probably should raise this. I forgot. The max stacks is 1600, so maybe I should raise this to like... We'll max it out at 1500, and then we'll bring it back online once we dip below like, I don't know, like 1,000. And that should give us a good amount of cobblestone backstock. And now I can grab that same schematic that we were just using, reassign it to be the iron farm that I cooked up, and I can throw this one down in the world as well. So once I scroll this into place right here, we know the area that we need to dig out. That should be easy enough to do. Let me grab my tunnel bore. Yoink! And while this thing might be a little bit laggy while it runs, one of the best parts about it is that it doesn't run for very long because of how fast it is. It's kind of awesome. Is that gonna miss? Yeah, it should be fine. Alright, it should be getting really close now. Yeah, we're about to pass this finish line. And we won't be running for cobblestone for a good long while. 500 stacks of cobblestone is kind of crazy. There you go. And it just shuts off. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. And this is where our iron farm would sit. I don't love how far down it is, which is making me rethink the whole no belts thing already. I didn't really consider this too heavily, but I know I'm going to need all these components. So what I might do is I might go ahead and throw this inside my schematic cannon here, so at least I can get a count of what all I need. And then we can go craft these components if we don't have them. And I do think I'm going to probably end up redesigning this a little bit in-world so that we're not having to step down into the iron farm to collect iron. I can see how that's going to be very annoying. Oh, he's picking up the storage room. You know what that means. Crafting. Montage. Ooh, crafting montage. I don't really have the rest of the song. Also, I don't want to get copyright strikes. Although now that it's part of the Minecraft OST, I wonder how they're going to handle that. That's a good question. If you don't know how copyright law works, essentially Minecraft has its entire OST, which is the original soundtrack, not necessarily public domain, but they don't strike you if you have it in your videos. I use them a lot for cinematics and things like that, and it's pretty convenient. A lot of the Minecraft OST is really catchy and nostalgic. Since I am actually the one performing it, technically it probably falls under fair use somewhere, since I am actually a performing artist, or it could be parody because, you know, it's not the real lyrics and it's meant to be humorous. But let's be honest, YouTube don't care about that crap. But if you haven't heard, Minecraft just announced that they're adding a new music disc to the game. That music disc uses the same tune from Lava Chicken, which is in the Minecraft movie. Since that property's owned by Warner Brothers, I kind of wonder, are they going to allow that to be in people's videos now? Is that a thing? I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here, but I suppose they kind of have to, right? Fun fact about Vi, I actually went to school for music. More specifically, music business, but I won't get into that. I have been gabbing for like a minute and a half, and this crafting montage still isn't over. That is crazy. That's crazy. Ooh, crafting montage, tasty as hell. It's fine, I'll spare you the rest. I know you've probably heard it a million times in YouTube Shorts. God, that song is absolutely rampant. Don't check the sound. Don't check the sound. That's a niche little joke for you doom scrollers out there. Mm-hmm. Aren't you telling them that you're also a doom scroller? Shut up, other me. Be honest with me. Be honest with me right now. Have you watched anything in the past few minutes? I don't think you have. I'm calling you out. Okay. I believe I have everything I need. Well, I have everything that I mocked up in my creative test world for the other version of the Iron Farm. I do think we're going to have to do a bit of redesigning just because it's... Dang it. Just because it's like, I think a little too low to the ground. I don't really like that about it, sitting like way down deep in the ground like that. So I'm going to grab this schematic and use it as a template, but I don't think I'm going to build it this exact same way. Oh look, it's voiceover Vi. I'm back. Digging out the hole below where the iron farm is going to sit was completely useless. I'm just going to lay out a bunch of cobblestone so I can stand up here. And in an effort to try to avoid using belts, I use item drains. I keep getting these advancements that I've already gotten. Why? And it goes down. Why? Why would I have done that? What you're hearing right here is me realizing I spent hours of my life making an iron farm that didn't even make sense. Did it function? Yes, somehow. But right here, you can see me completely giving up and scrolling the schematic out of the way. We're going to use these smart chutes to drop the flint down and out of the farm to burn in some lava. Aesthetically, I just prefer using frame trapdoors whenever I do anything with lava because, ooh, pretty orange light. And I'm running all 3 of these belts into one vault, taking all of the iron nuggets that we're getting from washing them right here into one storage that we can then send to a location to be compacted into ingots. And I will die on this hill. Vaults are one of the best ways to move items in the Create mod. Since we don't want to be sending cobblestone to the crushing wheels all the time, we're going to go ahead and set these up with some redstone links. We're going to set the frequency to iron nugget, and later on we'll actually set those up to be receiving redstone links. I just kind of forgot. And here I'm going to use cobblestone to cover up my mistakes. Shh, nobody has to know. From the vault where we're collecting all the iron nuggets, we can send those over into a basin where we can then compact them and send them on to be collected in this larger vault here as iron ingots. Vaults are great for storing items, but unfortunately you can't really access them. So what I usually do is I'll place a depot next to my vault and then a brass funnel facing outward, meaning that I can collect a stack of them at a time. Revisiting those redstone links from earlier, we can take a threshold switch, set it to a certain threshold, and then we can make sure that we're not collecting any more iron beyond a certain point. And you can't convince me that the devs have not watched my videos. They added the kathunk that I asked for. That is a joke. I have 0 clout. In fact, we're almost at 400 subscribers, so if you want to subscribe, you should do that. Okay, and that in general is the gist of the iron farm. Now this connection right here is what I kind of changed from the schematic that I had over there. I don't know if this is going to automatically feed into the crushing wheels whenever they're on their side like that. I kind of hope it does, but I also am not 100% sure. If it doesn't work out, what I might have to do is I might have to shift everything over a block so that I can add another fluid drain and then another set of funnels to feed into this center segment right here. Because little known fact about crushing wheels, technically there's a block right here in the center. If you've ever played Create with Jade mod or Wayla, whatever you want to call it, enabled, you can actually look in between these 2 blocks and there's like a ghost block. It's the block that actually processes these goods and it sits in between the 2 crushing wheels. So you can actually take a funnel and you can run it right into the side of that block. It doesn't look like it's there, but it's definitely there. So what I might end up having to do is adding another row of these that feed further into that block. But now we just have to hook up all the power to this and see if that's enough. I don't think it is. In fact, I'm almost sure it's not. Okay, it's 8,000 stress units and I'm pretty sure I need like 12. And you know what I also just realized? This entire area is supposed to be up a block. Yeah, I'm going to take all this down. Okay, so I've moved it all up a block. So now the finished floor should actually sit up 1 higher than this, right where this dirt is right now, meaning that all of this is now at like a maintainable height. While it's a little bit spread out, I think it looks aesthetically pleasing, which I think is kind of the most important thing that I'm trying to go for here. Now all we have to do is make sure all of this is connected to power. So I can run some encased chain drives up. These all 3 need to be going the same direction for sure. If I extend this belt 1, I can go ahead and throw a shaft back behind here. I can do a vertical gearbox here with some shafts upward. I can do my fancy slowy downy encased chain drive right here with a lever for power. Add another gearbox there. More gearboxes. More encased chain drives. More shafts. And actually, let's swap this to one of those speedy eppy slowy downy encased chain drives. So we're actually slowing it down for the fans, and then we speed it back up for the press. We can go ahead and chuck on a large cogwheel, and I'm going to make up a rotation speed controller. And I think that's everything. Okay, that is all rotating the correct direction. Let's go ahead and give this... Yep, didn't think so. Those are 1,000 each, so that's 8,000 in total, which means that as soon as this kicks on, the whole thing is going to lock up, which means we need more windmills. Or we could just do the thing that I prepared for and just make some steam engines. All right, these things aren't going to break any records. They're just 2x2s with some steam engines on top, and we're using campfires for heat. So I literally think I'm only going to get a couple thousand stress units out of each of these. And these are extra ironic because I have to use a power source to use a power source, if that makes sense. Like, I need water wheels in order to make the steam engines work. That is enough, definitely enough water, but the heat still sucks. I think that's okay. Let's just see how much stress we get out of these. I'm now generating 2,000 stress units for each of these. Yeah, if you didn't catch that, I actually expanded those to be 3x3s for no reason because I'm going to revert it later. I'm going to change it back to 2x2s because it doesn't actually matter. Don't ask me why I did it. I have no idea. Right, that is the belts connected up there. The real question is, are the fans all moving in the correct direction? Which I guess it doesn't matter too much which direction they face. And I should just be able to do this. And those all should be washing. Sounds like it. And we've already gotten our first iron nuggets into here. Beautiful. Oh yeah, probably should put an input on this. And just to be 100% sure, we want to make sure that we're only making ingots with that. That is working swimmingly. I need to get some lava still. Because yeah, those. That is one iron farm completely done. We're officially disposing of all of the flint, which we don't have to forever. I actually kind of set this up in a way where we can actually just pull from the bottom here. Kind of forgot about that, but we should be able to pull the bottom of the belts right here. We should be able to drop that onto a depot and then maybe insert that into another vault right there. Actually, not right there. It would look a little something like that, but we take some funnels off of the belt right there, pulling only the flint, and then we could send those into another vault to make sure that we're storing those as well. But for now, we don't need the flint, so I'm going to dispose of the flint. And it looks like we're rocking with about 14,000 stress units. I can't leave this farm looking like this. It's completely undecorated, and that's disgusting. So I think it's time to do a little bit of decoration. So I have a thought. I would like to use limestone in the airport. Problem number one, I'm out of limestone. But in the first episode, there was a little bit that I didn't show y'all, and I got some honey. And I melted it down, and I now have a bucket of honey. From these lovely little bees down here. I just grabbed a few bottles from them, and obviously one of them is now piloting the airplane. So, you know, we know that they've been there. I just didn't really talk about it. And if you didn't know, you can actually generate limestone with honey touching lava. And I think I want to put up a little bit of a limestone generator. So while we're building up there, we can actually generate the limestone that we need. And I should just be able to set this up right next to a drill, and it'll just kind of infinitely mine this. And with the new changes to cobblestone generation in the create mod, if I put a chute right below the limestone block right here, it actually won't cause the breaking animation, and it actually reduces lag by quite a bit. It's something I didn't really talk about earlier whenever I was discussing the merits of using a cobblestone generator that might produce less lag. Technically, they've made some changes. Were those changes really worth it in my mind? No. I'm going to use the displacement generator. It's just better. Also, yes, I did organize my my valuables chest, making my life significantly easier. And I should be able to throw this together fairly easily. Okay, that should be the long and short of it. I think that is kind of just how it's going to be. I was going to try and use the fact that honey flows slightly faster than lava to try and touch the lava, but it looks like that's not really going to pan out. There might be a way to do it, but I'm not going to spend any more time on this. So, but yeah, as you can see, this is going to regenerate. Now, if I go ahead and hook up on the backside here, that right there, that is going to start automatically breaking all of our limestone. Now what I'm thinking is I should probably make that a clutch, run a comparator output out of this, and run it right into the clutch to make sure that if this is full, we stop generating limestone. And I'm probably going to make it like a double chest. I feel like that's probably a better idea than a barrel. And then so long as there's a block like right there, but we only want this to output a signal whenever there's like, it's full. We need a power strength of 15 into the side of this. Yeah. So once this is completely full, it'll go ahead and turn on the comparator, which is going to depower this, repower this, and then up on top there, you can see there's the clutch. But this block right here, it's going to draw power from that, and it's going to turn off, meaning that we'll never really overflow. But like, look at this. We're already getting in like a good amount of limestone. I did that thing where I was recording and then I kept recording and I kept recording and I didn't edit. And now I have way too much footage. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Not with a full build done or anything like that. But we got the cobblestone farm complete today. We got the iron farm complete today. And you're getting a little bit of spoilers for the next episode because your boy is out of time. I'm going to go ahead and take a schematic of my iron farm that I've done right here, and I'm going to throw it up on my Discord if you want to go check it out. Ooh, I am probably really screwing up the timeline of my next episode by doing this, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just start it off with a big time-lapse of me doing the entirety of the airport. That way you won't feel like I've spoiled too much in the next episode. But I'm going to quit gabbing at you. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you like the video, like it, and if you want to subscribe, do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Is he going to put something clever at the end of the video? You never know. You never know if he's... What is he going to do? It's like a Marvel movie up in this. In the previous episode, we popped into a creative test world to check and see which cobblestone generator performs best while producing the least amount of lag. Then we hopped back into our world and dug out a massive area that'll serve as an airport. Then we threw a schematic into our schematic cannon and projected our cobblestone generator of choice into the world. We then threw together an ugly little windmill just to get this thing up and operational. And while that cobblestone generator was running, we threw together an iron farm. And because limestone's the prettiest girl at the party... We threw together a limestone generator. I did that thing where I was recording and then I kept recording and I kept recording and I didn't edit. Ooh, I am probably really screwing up the timeline of my next episode by doing this. I don't know, maybe I'll just start it off with a big time-lapse of me doing the entirety of the airport.
This took hours of my life.
Please subscribe. Welcome back, ladies, and gentlemen. I'm Vi, and this is Vi Plays Create. This thing has been absolutely cooking. It's been just churning out cobblestone, and our iron farm has been cooking as well. Something I didn't really mention in the last episode is that this is actually kind of a lower tier iron farm. This is actually meant so that I could wash each of these stacks as they're on the belts. I just don't have the stress units to add that many fans. But that's something we could probably take care of in today's episode because now we have iron. 103 stacks to be specific. And I want to do things with that iron. But before I do anything, I feel like I should finish this. I spent I don't even know how many hours. I deleted my replay footage as I went, and I have no idea how many hours it was. But it was a lot. I know there was at least 3 1.5 hour clips. So we're already up to 4.5 hours with just those clips, not including all the other ones that I rendered. And I'm still not even done. There's much to do. And so you know what I did? I decided instead of doing this all manually, I could just copy it into a creative world and then build it there. And then I can schematic it. Like, duh. And for the sake of saving time, that's what we're doing. Unfortunately, whenever I build things in creative mode, I am, well, I'm pretty liberal with the materials. So it's going to be a little expensive. I know for a fact I need a ton of brass bars. So I think first things first, let's take a look at the schematic and its materials list. Now this is not a small build. This is going to take absolutely ages. Also, I don't think I'll be able to use my project barrel in today's episode. I think I'm just going to set this. Is there a range on schematic cannons? I kind of assume there is. I'm going to go take this and I'm going to stick this right in the middle of the build and hopefully it can kind of reach everything. If not, this actually might be a problem. I would assume it'd be okay. Oh, it's almost done. Gimme, 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 gimme. Boom. This is going to be real laggy. And I don't know exactly where the center of the build is. That's kind of the best place to place these. Editor Vi, blur this image. Oh, lag. Okay, it appears that we have it in the correct position, and so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this into the schematic cannon. It's gonna lag me out a little bit less. I just forgot that I have a lot of things to break in order for the schematic cannon to place them. Actually, wait, can I? Hold on. Printer settings, don't replace solid blocks. I have replaced solid with any right now. Do I? Huh. I kind of want the blocks back. I'm going to go ahead and break a few of these things out of the way. Just the things that I want back. Namely this big column right here that I built. And I wanted to go ahead and mark this part out in survival just to kind of like, I don't know, maybe just to prove to myself that I could. But essentially, I drew these lines to make a smooth, gradual rise toward one singular point. And this is actually going to be the shape of the roof of the airport. I took inspiration from a lot of actual modern airports. Like they have like really, really weird architecture. And so I just wanted to do that and just make it a little bit cyberpunk, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove all of this. And then we should be good to actually throw the schematic into the schematic cannon. I spent literally hours on this, so it feels kind of horrible taking it all down. Right, blocks have been removed. I think everything should now be out of the way of the schematic, and we can go ahead and throw this right into the schematic cannon. Getting that thing out of my inventory is probably for the best, because every time I scroll past it, it lags the crap out of my game. So yeah, this guy needs some gunpowder, and then we're going to need a clipboard to see what our materials list is going to look like. I don't know if the schematic cannon accounts for the blocks that I've already placed in the build. I really hope it does. If it doesn't, this is going to be, I don't know, I'm going to way overgather materials. Okay, 1 stack of gunpowder, 1 materials checklist, and actually I'm sure this matters, right? I don't want to replace solid. Don't replace solid blocks. Let's check the materials checklist. Does this have 675 limestone? 10 stacks. So it doesn't account. Okay, so now that I've switched the setting, I'm wondering if I run this back through, is it going to account for the materials that are already placed? 76. Okay, so it does. So the settings on this guy totally matter. That's good. Okay, cool. So now we just have to grab all of this. Good God. Oh yeah. I forgot I used torch flowers. I don't have torch flowers. Or pitcher plants. But the rest of this should be fairly doable. That's a lot of brass bars. Ooh, we're gonna make it work. Let's grab some materials, shall we? Oh dear. Am I out of zinc? I might be out of zinc. Oh. You guys are somewhat useful. I would like to keep you, but those iron golems are not gonna let you live, so let's get you away from them. Okay, let's go. Stop shooting each other. I cannot let my first death be to these guys. Okay, we got 2 of these guys in a boat, which means they can't shoot each other, which is good. Oh! Stop! Oh my God, I forgot. My pickaxe is almost dead. I gotta be careful about that. Hang on, let me just snack on my infinite bread. Ow. Into the corner. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so those guys are going to be super annoying. Actually, wait, if I enclose them completely, the sound physics mod should mute them. Okay, it does not mute them. Okay, now let's gather some materials. Jeez. No way that pillager raid captain's alive still, right? He's definitely dead or despawned. Any ominous bottles on the ground? That looks like a no. Alright, and I made a bit of a community post the other day talking about how I was going to release this pack to Curseforge. We're doing a bit of a mod vote because I'm going to add one final mod to this mod pack before I release. There should be about 1 day left in the poll as of the release of this video, so if you want to go vote on that last mod that we're adding to the pack, head on over to the Discord. I'll see you over there. Infinite iron sheets. Ah, it's going the wrong direction, isn't it? That's annoying. Oh my gosh, do not get processed. Ah, imagine that being the first death. Infinite industrial iron. 17 levels? Oh, that's expensive. $521 copper bars. 8 stacks plus 9. That sucks. There goes all the copper I had on me. It's only 4 stacks and 44. Yes, I've got more copper. I forgot I washed all that stuff down from the last episode. Crap. We're gonna need so much more zinc. Right. I don't even have enough for that. That's crazy. Well, time to go get some zinc, I guess. Actually, is there anything else we should be checking for while we're down there? Viridium. Daylight detectors too. Is that all of my quartz? Heck! Why are daylight detectors so expensive? I guess we're also going to be going to the Nether. Ugh. Maybe this material gathering is going to be a little bit harder than a montage. Wait, I can crush diorite. I can crush diorite to get... Yes! We'll totally do that. I think it's like 1 for 1, right? For quartz? Oh, I can also wash... Yeah. Oh, duh. Wait. I have no need to go to the Nether. I forgot. There's Create mod in this pack. Okay. I'm going to go change over my laundry, and I'm going to let this process. Really, only a stack and 23 from all that diorite? That's crazy. I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. But I should be able to haunt and then wash these. Oh, I forgot I'm completely out of food. I'm starving. Ooh, that's a problem. Oh, here we go. Oh, I do have some viridium. Do I need more? Oh my god, I have so much diorite though. I'm gonna try to not crush the diorite since I can wash the sand, and that's just... Obviously, that's infinite for me now, so... Slightly manual, but infinite nonetheless. Okay, that is a stack of daylight detectors there. I think I needed like a stack, or like 2 stacks almost. I also need to find my bamboo. I know I collected some whenever I went out looking for all the different saplings. Wait, don't I get zinc from crushing azurine? I do. So 1 in 3, that would be about a stack of zinc for these 3. Would that be worth it? No, it's fine. Well, if we need more azurine, we can go get it at some point, but I don't need it for today's build. So let's not like fight to retain resources that I don't actually need at the moment. That should be more than enough quartz for the daylight detectors. Okay, so that's 55 plus another 55 nuggets. That puts us at 11. So this was like 6 plus 55. That's like almost a stack. Goodness. And that puts us up to a stack of zinc. That's not enough. Oh well, time to go mining. Can I get a yoink in the chat? Oh, hello there. I gotta remember I'm not wearing my helmet anymore. Whew. Prod 4 armor makes you practically invincible. You can't convince me otherwise. 219 of those, which is 3 stacks and 27. So that'll give me 2 stacks. So we need more viridium and we need more zinc. Alright, so I officially have everything I need to go down to the mines. Let's go get some zinc and, yeah, viridium, I think. Right above the ancient city. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, since I'm already here, I mean, we might as well, you know, might as well just grab a few things. It sounds like there's nothing up here to spawn wardens. And if I ever really need to run, they actually can't shoot you from the top up here. So it's just kind of the best strategy. But we won't actually know until we get down there, so. Darkness effect? No darkness effect. Where's all the loot points, man? There's like none on this side of the city. There's like one right there, but like, dang. Funny enough, I don't even see any shriekers next to this loot point. Yo, 6 echo shards is crazy. Potato recovery 1. Wow. Oh, there's a spot right there. There's not a single shrieker in this entire area. That is bonkers. Got some swift sneak for my pants. Efficiency 2. Swift sneak 2. I'll take it. Aqua affinity. That'll actually be kind of nice for a helmet. I'm not gonna lie. This is interesting. Kinda crazy how I haven't run into the warden a single time. This place is, yeah. Rarely should you be looting the most difficult structure in the game and completely getting away with it. Usually I spawn at least a few. Like, I'm not even really being all that careful, I don't think. Oh, actually, I actually need some soul torches for the build today, so that's actually kind of convenient. Like, I don't even have wool. I'm just walking around here. Another Aquafinity, really? Ooh, other side, nice. Unbreaking 3, sure, I'll take that. Just realized I never actually got any Viridium. I just grabbed a bunch of zinc and azurine. I need Viridium. Potato recovery 3, wow. Oops. My bad. There's gotta be one up there, right? No? This is the weirdest ancient city ever. Yeah. Swift Sneak 1. Respiration 3, nice. Quick Charge 2, that sucks. Oh. Wow, that sucks. Ooh, that's good though.
Wait a minute.
What? I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Enchanted golden apple. What? Okay, this is definitely going to trigger, yeah. Oh wait, there is more city over here. There's just a little bit. Swift Sneak 1, we got Swift Sneak 3, let's go. Man, that is a big lava lake. This is probably like right below my base. Oh my god, it kind of is. Wait, this is actually kind of chunk loaded. If I'm in the area, I have infinite lava. That's definitely infinite lava. Oh, there's a couple loot points over there as well. Okay, so we might not be totally done. Oh, look, a geode. Nice. Just gotta trigger it. Running away. Don't you mind me, sir. Sharp 4. Wait, that's cool. Swift Sneak 1. Let's get rid of that guy, and then I think this should be free to loot. Oh, nope, just kidding. There's 2. Did he despawn? That sounded like him despawning, faintly. Sounds Physics Mod is the way to go with this, with Deep Dark, dude. It's just cool. It makes it, like, more of a challenge. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, I was really hoping they'd be the perfect pants. Mine are better. Like, I already have better pants than that. Honestly, I think I could just clear the whole city in like an hour. I'm not even kidding. That's, huh. Yeah, I don't think there's any more Shriekers in the entire city. The city was so small. Oh well. Oh wait, there's more Shrieker. Oh. Oh man. Don't mind me. Ooh, diamonds. For me? Bye. Bye-bye now. That was the sound of him going away. Oh, finally another Swift Sneak 2. That's actually... yeah, I'll totally take that. Oh wait, here we go. This is where my elevator and stuff is. Okay. I thought it was on this side of the city. Just gotta drop down here, trigger that, and we'll be on out of here. Oh wait, no, I never got Viridium! Dang it! Now let's just go unload our stuff really quick. Books. Swift Sneak 2. Heck, I could probably just combine all these right now, right? Like, I don't really have to wait. So now I can just do this. We combine that with that. That's going to be 9. And we have Swift Sneak 3. Let's go. Oh, also, I guess I could do this. For like a dang near perfect hoe. Yeah. Vibey. Oh, and you know what else we can do? I can go ahead and name this, and we can finally give our doggo a name. You guys named him after the second episode. I just forgot to name him. Look at this, the goodest boy. Just been sitting guarding the mine. Wow, good boy. Cosmo. That's a great name, by the way. Thank you so much for that. I can sneak so swiftly now. Oh, am I out of food? Oh my gosh. It was a good time to come back up to the surface, I suppose. And let's just hope that that is enough zinc to cover us. Well, I just got rolled back a little bit, unfortunately. I had to update a driver, and whenever I slept last, it crashed my game. But we should have most everything we need all collected up. I just finished gathering the last of the gray wool, and I believe, potentially, maybe, we might be done. Well, except for one crucial bit of material gathering. We gotta go get Viridium. Alright, I believe somewhere at this level, there was some Viridium. Yo! Yes, more Viridium. Ooh, hello. Oh, that's a huge win. Now, should be able to just go ahead and flip that. Nice. Oh, that is an insane amount of andesite alloy. Heck yes. I want to say that should be enough Viridium. Let's hope anyway. Actually, I don't have to hope. I can check. 5 stacks and 35. And a stack and 27 of the cut slabs. That is definitely enough Viridium, that's for sure. That is the last of the items completely filled in, which is actually bonkers to me. I mean, obviously, we're still missing the verdant frog lights, the torch flowers, and the pitcher plants, but I'm not going to go get those. Probably thought that I had more time to do this episode, but that's not the case. And so, it's finally time to sit back and relax and watch the schematic hand and do all the work. I love that about these time lapses. I'm going to press play on this thing, and we're going to let it rip. Let's go! All right, that is one airport roof complete. And I cannot believe that that used a half a stack of gunpowder. That's actually crazy. Also, it didn't really work the way I expected it to, which is like kind of fine. Like it wasn't like the most devastating thing in the world. And man, does that look stunning at sunrise. I'm really happy with the way this came out actually. So what we have to do now is we have to make sure that everything is all super glued together with these windmills here, because yes, these are actually windmills. And then we have to make sure that this guy down here is also set up and ready to go. In fact, actually, I know what I'm going to need in order to make that one work. And now that is all super glued together, which is perfect. And I think I should just be able to do that and then throw like one water right there. And that is perfect. Literally perfect. And now that is finished up there. I can go ahead and remove these blocks now. And once it's super glued and it's assembled in the contraption form, the glass panes on the side will actually not receive an update, meaning that they will stay at their full extension. And that is a revolving door. Now I just got to get a couple blocks in here and there. And then we obviously have to get something right there. Yeah, I think that's good. I do feel like this should connect maybe all the way up. Maybe I sent it all the way up. And these, yes, they are all perfectly super glued. Now, normally whenever I do these sort of things, I try not to over super glue, but with the structure this big, I would be wasting tons and tons, and you just create too many entities and then it just causes tons of lag. So I think all I have to do is just go ahead and update each of these, and we will officially have lots of stress units. And I did go ahead and run all of these together on this same network right here. So all I have to do is just extend my my shafts over, find out where my cobblestone generator is, and then crash my game from sleeping because I needed to update my graphics driver again. Okay, so essentially I went to sleep and I got rolled back. And my shafts got deleted. That kind of sucks. Okay, we now have power down below. Oh, that's good. Okay. So I was gonna just try and load up a backup, but I was like, you know what? Whenever I play modern Minecraft, pretty much at any point, there's a really good chance that you're gonna crash or you're gonna have issues or something like that. Especially since I'm making this pack myself, I go ahead and enable cheats. And so what I did is I just went ahead and gave myself a creative crate, and then I just re-schematic these 3 windmill designs back into the world, and then I went ahead and burned that crate so I don't have it anymore. I grinded for those materials, I earned them, you know, they were already in the world, and then we lost those materials. So I'm perfectly fine doing something like that. If you think that's cheating, well, sorry, we did it. But yeah, everything seems to be fully functional again now. I'm just gonna go ahead and kickstart these things. And my graphics drivers are definitely up to date now, so hopefully we shouldn't have any more of those issues. And now you can see these kind of like wireframe things. They actually look a little bit weird with shaders. Whenever I build, I generally turn off my shaders just so I know how it looks without them, but like, ooh, lag. And it's actually funny, whenever the shaders are off, you can actually see the model of the copper bars a little bit better. But whenever I toggle shaders back on, you can see it's a little bit more fuzzy, but each of these is actually fully powered. They're, oh, I'm not wearing my goggles. I always forget that my skin is different now. Each of these is fully powered at 8,192 stress units. And what I'm using here is technically there's like a single block of light gray wool on each of these corners, but most of this is all going to be taken up by the frames themselves. I actually kind of overdid it. I'm pretty sure each of these has way more than the number of frames they actually need. Also, how goofy does it look whenever I have the goggles over the top of the goggles? Cursed. Don't like that. But yeah, I think they look pretty cool. They're very like, I don't know, modern, sort of like a wind sail, but not really a windmill. They feel very solar punk, which is exactly what I was going for. As you can also see, I went ahead and laid out some of these solar panels. Now, these don't track or follow the sun or anything. However, I did recently see a community post from a creator named Mike LC1397 for a design that would actually have solar panels tracking the movement of the sun. Now, I actually was kind of thinking about this a little bit, and there's a way that I think I could make it work. So in the next episode, we might try and cook up a little something for a more visual and dynamic solar panel, and see what Mike comes up with over on his channel as well. He does a lot of really cool create mod contraptions, and he really pushes the limits to what you can do with create mod. So if you want to go check out his channel, I highly recommend it. It was pretty important to me that we had some sort of natural light wherever possible on the roof here. So I actually added in these little windows just at the very top, all the way over to where we actually run into the side of the mountain, just so we're getting as much natural light as possible. But I did also mock up some designs to have glowstone underneath the floor. And with the Copycat Plus mod, which we added in this episode, we can actually add full blocks which will allow light to shine through. I don't really have a lot of glowstone or anything like that, but in the next episode, that's definitely something we can take care of as well. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Vi, isn't the whole reason that we built this entire area so that you could better make vaults, so that you could store crops coming in from our guy over there, chilling in my unrendered airplane? And to that, I would say, correct. I'd like to have a production line over here in this side of the airport, which will separate and sort all of the different crops, log types, and saplings that we're getting over here. We're also definitely going to need to give the tree farm a little bit of a revamp as well. Speaking of different crops, I might as well grab myself some wheat here so I can make myself some more bread, because I am absolutely tearing through it. Now, obviously, over at the other end of our very, very long airport, I left that wall blank, so we have room for expansion. Not that I think we'll need it, but we have room. I've also seen some pretty interesting things recently with the packager, and how we might be able to revamp my mobile storage room in a pretty big way, using some of the newest mechanics of Create Mod. But I'll have to leave you in suspense, because that's something we're going to have to take care of in the next episode. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like it, and if you want to subscribe, do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Chicken jockey! Yes, yes, come this way, come this way. 30,000 stress units. Nice. That should hold us for a little while. Oh yeah, I also added this mod, so you guys can see my skin. And now I don't have the goofy goggle overlay, so I can keep it on all the time. Nice.